before you being out of here.
Great.
But you will be live on YouTube. So be careful.
That's fine. No one follows me on YouTube.
Yeah.
We did for a hot minute, I think. But you're like, great. Why do we have Brady as a fucking guest? Super.
No, this will be fun, dude.
Yeah.
It's always good to get.
When we have big athletes, less people listen.
Really?
Yeah.
We're live.
Great.
Okay.
Yeah.
We're live.
And we're live.
Isn't that crazy though? It doesn't. We've learned it doesn't matter who we have on. They'd rather hear Joe yell.
That's fine. I think that's the best when Joe yells.
I do too. All right, you guys ready to do this?
Yeah.
All right.
Some fun. What's happening, everyone?
The pre-show.
All right, let's get it going.
The coffee's working now. Holy shit.
Yeah, that CBD oil is feeling good.
Thanks for letting me take a dump in your bathroom before.
Yeah, of course.
Before we do this.
The one thing on these mics, just make sure.
Yeah. What a guest, huh? Brady comes over, immediately goes to the bathroom and takes a shit.
Let's get to the show. Let's do it.
Okay.
That's good content.
Great.
Welcome to the Dirty Sports Podcast. I am Andy Ruther, coming to you live from the Smut Studio in Venice Beach, California, with my co-host Joey No Chill Prano.
Good morning, Andrew.
How you doing?
I'm hanging in there. I'm great. We've got a guest today, and I'm pretty excited about it.
I'm very excited. I'm very excited. We have a Chicago guest, Brady Matthews.
Thank you. Good to be here, guys. Very good to be here in the Smut Studios. Am I saying that right?
Yeah.
Smut Studio. It used to be the Smut Shack.
Right.
And then once we got lights, it became the Smut Studio.
I know, dude. This is how
I still call it Ruther's shitty studio apartment. but he now that he's made a location on Instagram, apparently it's the Smut Studio.
He's changed locations, if you will, with lighting.
But I don't know how to change it. It still says Smut Shack. I don't know how to then change that to Smut Studio as far as the location.
Don't worry, no one cares.
Yeah, I don't think anyone's really. They're like, listen, hold on.
Hey,
here.
I was searching locations in Venice, and I could only find the Smut Shack. Is that you guys?
And there was no one there.
Yeah.
But Brady, you said something before we got started, which a few people have said now. It's very deceiving online if you see pictures or videos of how the size of my place.
Yeah, no, this place is way bigger than some studios I've been in. Studios that I've been.
Oh,
in.
so you think it's bigger?
100%. Yeah, no, I wasn't shooting it down. I was like, this is like fucking king size.
It's a decent sized podcast.
It's not
studio.
a California king. It's just a king.
Right.
But you know what I mean?
It's a decent sized podcast studio, and it's a decent sized studio apartment. It's a very small studio apartment / podcast.
Right.
Studio.
It's better than being in a car.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'll take it than being in a car because I've done podcasts. I'm like, where are we doing? They're like, in my car. And you're like, okay, how long is this?
Whose podcast did you do in a car? You don't want to say names?
No, I don't want to say it, but it was like 6 years ago. It was the worst. It was like
Jerry Seinfeld? Comedians in cars.
I wish. No, it was about dating. There, I'll just leave it at that.
Right.
And she's blonde, so I'll leave it at that.
Now, Brady, Andy introduced you as a Chicago guest, but you're originally from Chicago, but you've been out here.
I'm originally from Chicago. I've lived in LA for almost 15 years now, going on 15 years. But I'm diehard Chicago fan, diehard sports fans. I've watched the Cubs suck for my whole life. I'll even give you a funny story. When I first saw the Cubs play, the first Cubs game I ever went to, my dad took me out of school, and I watched Mark Grace and Don Zimmer share a beer and a cigarette in the dugout. Right? And
so you're 50.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I'm 50 years old. And I asked my dad,
John Zimmer was the second baseman at the time.
Yeah. Pedro Martinez wasn't even in the league.
Yeah.
So that's when I was like, great. So I'm following a baseball team that could give a shit about being good. So I watched just crap after crappy years. And then I watched shitty Bears football. So, it just kind of bounced around.
But you're old enough to remember the 85 Bears.
You know what?
Barely.
Yeah. I just moved from Boston to Chicago. We moved around a lot when I was a kid. And I remember watching a little bit of the 85 Bears, but not a whole lot. Yeah. So wait, you watched a lot of the 85 Bears, right? We're the same age.
Yeah, just about the same age.
So you're 52.
Yeah, exactly.
Great. Okay.
But so you did have, I'm trying to think about as far as your sports fandom growing up. So it was all Bulls then. Bulls just.
Oh, dude,
always,
it's like,
was,
like I had every pair of
you
Jordans.
You jerk off about the Bulls.
All the time. I was like, dude, John Paxson, fucking Craig Hodges.
Craig Hodges.
Do you remember that? When he won the 3-point contest, and I was like, you fucking bet, Craig.
Yeah.
Like, it was like, who's Larry Bird?
We were just talking about that.
Yes.
Weren't we? Craig Hodges, the year he won it, or the year he competed not as a bull, like the Bulls cut him.
Do you
And then
remember
he got
that?
to,
No, I don't remember that.
but he was the defending champ.
Oh,
So
I do
So
remember
he
that.
had to go, and he just shot around in like
Wait,
a plain
didn't
jumpsuit.
he play for no one?
Yeah.
That's embarrassing.
But because he was defending champ, they're like, well, you got to have him.
Yeah, you got to
This
have
dude's
him.
not on a team.
Uh,
It's like Craig Hodges from
Right.
Nike.
You know what's funny back then too? To skip besides the 3-point contest, like the dunk contest, I felt like was way more fun to watch back then because I don't know if the guys' shorts were shorter and their socks were higher and
Yeah.
everything just looked
Everything looked-
aerodynamically longer
Absolutely.
and the camera angles were like from down here, like Larry Nance doing like a double pump, reverse slam dunk. You're like that's dog shit, but back then you're like, did you see that? Like Dominique Wilkins doing the double pump.
Yeah.
Remember?
Yeah.
Do you
I
think
don't know.
that's because we were kids?
Maybe. Because I remember, I mean, when you're a kid, everything is bigger.
Yeah.
Everything.
I also think it was just like the guys figuring out what to do, like what makes a cool dunk.
Totally.
And then also just like the freak athleticism now where like everybody,
Right.
you know what I mean?
Well,
like
like
Nate
when-
Robinson's like, you're
Right.
like, how he's
Or he dunks over
5'8"?
Didn't he dunk over Dwight Howard or
Yeah.
something?
Yeah.
That's pretty incredible.
Remember Spud Webb won the dunk contest because Spud Webb dunked?
Totally.
They're like, he's 5'4", and he actually put the
But
ball
you
through
know what though?
the hoop.
He actually was kind of graceful when
Yeah.
he did it. When he bounced that ball and then dunked it, you're like, and his legs like crossed, and you're like, that's the most adorable badass dunk I've ever seen. It was like so cute.
You know what I remember? I'll never forget this. You're bringing up Spud Webb. I was in the first grade, and we were having a debate. You know, first graders, what the fuck do they know?
Totally.
But it's so funny.
Ruther's been doing this for a long time.
It's so funny.
Kill yourself.
Spud's the dominant.
What are you talking about? Craig Hodges, he's gonna find a new team.
But that's what we were saying. I remember with classmates, there was an actual debate between Spud Webb and Michael Jordan. How funny is that thinking as far as dunking?
Yeah, that's weird.
Like
Yeah.
how crazy is that? Because I remember Spud Webb was all over the like some of the kids' magazines and like the highlights.
Oh, yeah.
Remember the
I
highlights?
used to collect every single Beckett. Every single one. I remember I got David Robinson's Beckett just to check all my cards, and I traded it for some other bullshit Beckett. My brother made me go back and get it back because it was worth money. Now it's not worth shit.
You know what's amazing? You would go to Beckett, and it just had we were basically like little stockbrokers.
100%.
Yes.
You're like checking
Yeah.
the prices of
I used
your
to put my cards in the sleeves.
yeah.
And
Yeah.
then just go through every card and make sure that we were still on point.
And now,
Like Larry Bird would drop down to like 89 cents. I'm like, what are you talking about? He just won the 3-point contest. How was this 89 cents?
And-
Mom?
and now the Beckett that you were checking is worth more than the card.
Exactly.
They're
And
like
that's
cards are fucking worthless, but those Becketts, those are
Yeah,
collectors.
yeah. That's why we could sleeves
Oh,
for
you have
the
the
Beckett's.
Admiral Beckett.
And that's how you would negotiate trades.
Totally.
You'd have everybody'd have their own little Beckett handy.
Yep.
And you'd be like, well, I got Barry Bonds rookie card and I got Ken Griffey Jr.'s upper deck rookie card.
Yep.
It's worth this much. According to the Beckett, you're not giving me a good deal.
No, totally. Did you guys ever used to do this when you were little kids? At like the lunch tables, you used to try to do their signatures.
Oh yeah.
Did you?
Yeah,
Or was that a
where-
Midwest
where
thing?
they were like put it like because it'd be on the
sure.
card or
Yeah.
whatever, and just be like,
I'd
"Oh,
always try to do Michael Jordan's signature to see if I could get it right, or like Larry Bird's. I don't know.
I always did it because I was like, well, maybe one day I can afford to check. That's
Right?
why, you know,
yeah.
like-
Yeah. Fucking Picasso over
Yeah.
here.
Like I'm a young Keith Hernandez. Like, yeah, that's me.
yeah, Keith Hernandez.
Well, you're rocking your Cubs hat. How are you feeling? Playoffs are right around the corner.
By the way, I rocked the
I
White
saw
Sox
that.
hat I got just because.
It looks like a fresh hat.
Yeah, I got it while
It's-
I was in Chicago.
Yeah, I got this while I was in Chicago. Say you go to visit Chicago and you just gear up on Chicago shit because we missed it that much. I don't miss the cold though. I think the Cubs are good. I think our pitching is going to fuck us. Unfortunately, Quintana's not the guy that I thought we were going to get for the White Sox at all. That was a steal, by the way.
Yeah.
You guys got Eloy Jimenez for fucking potato chips and a Diet Coke.
Yeah, I'm not a Sox fan, but I'm just rocking the hat in
It's
honor of
fucked up.
you.
See, that's fucked up.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I figure I get a little Chicago vibe.
I appreciate
my
that.
my rule on baseball hats is I have when I go to a ballpark I get one.
Yeah.
I just will never, as a Mets fan, I'll never wear a Phillies hat, a Braves hat.
Well, that's
or
nice,
Like
yeah.
any division rivals or the Yankees, fuck them. Otherwise,
Yeah,
when I go to your town, I get your baseball hat.
I appreciate that. Do you hear Lenny Dykstra on Howard ever?
Yeah. Lunatic.
That guy is out of his fucking
Yeah.
goddamn mind. You ever hear him?
Yeah, he's nuts.
He's like, my name's Nails.
Yeah.
You're like, no, your name's Lenny.
That he's proof. Like there's the CTE. Like these guys kill themselves with CTE. If you're simultaneously like on all of the original steroids,
right,
and you're running into walls,
and
you're getting like CTE/steroid brain simultaneously,
and cocaine brain,
and cocaine brain, you become like just a sociopath, like Uber driver raping, like
he's out of his mind.
Yeah. So when he got on Twitter, one of our fans tweeted him to do our show, and then he followed us, and I followed him right back, the Dirty Sports feed, and I sent him a direct message. And who knows if he's running his Twitter? Somebody DMs.
Who knows who's running?
He's like, I'd love to do it in 4 to 6 years when I get out.
Yeah.
Like, what happened?
Oh, he's in jail.
So somebody,
I think he's been in and out.
Somebody responded via his Twitter direct message, and then hey, email this. I'd love to do it. And then it was just it was such a hassle. But what was I expecting? Like dealing with Lenny Dykstra to get him on is not going to be easy.
No, that's like DMing Craig Hodges. Like you don't even know if he knows what Twitter is at this
Little
point.
do you know, Craig Hodges actually.
Maybe we can get BJ Armstrong. Though.
Yeah.
That'd be dope.
I feel like the way to get Lenny Dykstra is to like tell him you've got a scam that you want him to be a part of.
Or
like,
there's chicks over here that just all of them just hanging out with their pussies out and they want to see.
Well, you know who his son married Jamie Lynn Sigler from Sopranos. Did you guys know that?
I did not know that. Really?
Yeah.
He's got a son?
So his son.
I know what his son does.
I think he was a baseball player. Too.
Oh. I don't know if he made it to the majors.
And then Lenny was like stealing from him.
Yeah.
He was like stealing his money. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Thanks, Dad. Sounds like my dad. Or real dad. Not my stepdad. No.
Step or real dad.
Real dad.
So you don't have faith in the Cubs this year?
I do. I did like halfway through the season. I was like, we're going to win the World Series. Because like the Cubs kind of have the run of what like the Giants had.
Yeah.
Because the Giants won one year, then they skipped 1 year, and then they won the next year. To where I was hopeful that we'd get to that point. But the problem is I don't like we got the guy Murphy from Washington, but he's not really hitting for shit right now. Everyone can't hit for some reason. Chris Bryant's hurt. He got hit on the left hand. He's hurt. Our pitching, though, is a problem because Quintana's not that great. Hendricks is good. He's like a poor man's Greg Maddux, basically. But his knuckleball and his curveball are really great, but I don't know. From that, Cole Hamels is great, but I don't know if he's a little long in the tooth because I feel like one more year.
That is the problem with the Cubs. Like
we got them 1 year before. Yeah.
What I would say about postseason baseball is like you need dominant pitching. You need guys who are like going to come out and just be like,
dude, it's all about pitching.
I'm going to shove and like it's going to happen. And like it's like all of your guys are sort of the same mold. Like Lester, he could be great, or he could be fucking,
or he could just go out there and throw a complete dud.
Yeah.
Even though he's our best pitcher.
It's like the Dodgers, they go out there and they're like, Rich Hill, is Rich Hill going to pitch 9 or is Rich Hill going to pitch 4?
Or which Kershaw are we getting?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, we were supposed to have Darvish, and then Darvish was like, I'm a head case.
Yeah.
And then decided that he didn't want to play anymore and gave him $1 billion. But you have Cole Hamel, you have John Lester, you have Quintana, and you have Hendricks, which is not a bad 4, but you don't really have a 5, and your bullpen is dog shit.
Yeah.
Like Morrow was supposed to be our ace and then got hurt, and he's out for the whole season. And then what are you going to do? Who are you going to throw in there? Edwards Jr.? I mean, he's good for like a setup guy, but he's not your end guy.
He sounds like a fast food restaurant. Like,
Edwards Jr.
Like Carl Edwards
Come
Jr.
on down to Carl Edwards Jr. Hash brown Sunday. Totally.
Oh, it hurts to laugh, guys. It really does.
Yeah,
this is my Michael Jordan podcast.
This is your flu game?
The flu game.
This is the flu game.
My back. Oh.
Maybe it's from sitting like a 5-year-old on your couch all the time.
Yeah.
This is the first time I've sat down in 2 days.
Wait, do you have a TV? Oh, yeah, you do have a TV.
Yeah.
Okay.
Did you just now noticing that?
Yeah, I didn't think. I was like, oh, maybe he doesn't watch TV. Okay.
I slept on the floor over there last night.
That's got to be the worst. I sleep on the floor next to my dog bed when I'm fucking wasted. Blacked out.
But I think it's better for your back, right?
I mean, I like laying on the ground, but whatever. We got this therapeutic thing that my girlfriend got, and it's nice, but I feel like she's got the better end of the deal. It's one of those things that go up like this, like you can control the thing, which is great. But I sometimes just fall asleep and forget that all the little things you can do with it. And she's like, you can just hear. You
always see that, and you're like, it's good in theory.
Yeah,
but
you can hear it going. I look at her, I'm like, where are you going? Stop, or just get up.
Yeah.
So.
You're such a big Chicago guy.
Yep.
Your dog is Butkus.
Yeah,
right?
and also I have a Chicago tattoo on my fucking
that's
arm.
dedication, bro.
Yes, big time.
You regret that at all?
Not at all. No, I absolutely love it.
I'm a big fan of making fun of people's tattoos, by the way.
Really? That's fine.
Yeah.
I mean, hey, they're not for everybody. I love them. I want to get this whole thing done probably.
Yeah, but again, I have to say it. You don't think at any point here's my thing.
No.
I changed
I've already thought it through from day one.
Because
I love them.
Our interest.
Do you regret your tattoos?
I mean, I don't regret them.
Brandon's got some shitty tattoos.
No, I disagree. And I
don't have any.
And I don't regret them. But like my thing was, and I think it's totally a personal preference. My thing was always, I'm not going to have anything that you can see if I'm like golfing or if like, on a TV show, or if my thing was always like, if I'm at a wedding and I get a little loose and I roll up my sleeves and I'm dancing, like you still nothing. Like I can pretend to be a real person.
Totally.
Not that you're not a real person.
No, I get it.
But you know what I mean? Like also just like the way people judge people. Still,
yeah.
You know
I don't know.
I think that's all changing though. Like,
well, I think that's completely changed.
Well, look at Pete Davidson. He's got knuckle tattoos and he's got a fucking full sleeve and he's banging Ariana Grande.
Yeah.
Like,
no, I agree.
You figured it out.
Right.
I'm in the minority, I feel, at this point, to not have a tattoo. But I always say it's not about, I don't even use when you're 80. I don't care about that. I just know my interests change. Like things I like 3 years ago, I might not like now. Does that make sense?
Sure.
The last thing I would want to do is wake up and be like, what the fuck is on my arm?
Yeah, no.
Like that Johnny Manziel is going to be a Pro Bowler tattoo you were thinking about getting.
What?
He doesn't let things die.
You can't. I mean, wait. Explain to me
had
about
a lot
that.
of terrible sports opinions like go out the window on this show.
Well,
you think Johnny Manziel is going to be a Pro Bowl player?
I don't know if I said Pro Bowl player.
Yeah, he did.
Listen, people were comparing him to Baker Mayfield, and I go, no. There's no comparison.
Yeah.
Baker Mayfield wasn't going out and getting blasted with chicks and doing drugs, and then thinking he was going to go into the NFL and get $1 million like Manziel did. No, he did it the right way. He was a professional and played like a professional, and now he might be the best quarterback in the NFL. I love Baker.
Wow.
I like Baker.
Hot take Brady Matthews alert.
Best quarterback in the NFL.
Listen, I think Baker Mayfield, by the end of this year, obviously everyone's going to do their more tape on them next year, and they'll know how to scheme them and play them. But you watch him and Patrick Mahomes might be taking over the NFL within the next couple games. Do you have? Yeah, you'll heard it here first for sure.
Prano, what did you put in his iced coffee?
Yeah.
Not Trubisky. That's for sure.
Hold on.
Not Trubiscuits.
On a second. Are we going to just jump into the NFL now?
Sure. I think
we can go back and forth. They got awful ADD. It's going to be great.
Mayfield, I think, has obviously he looked great in the one game. Mahomes has been awesome. I think there also is, like, we talked about this last episode we did. There's a change now that's happening just in, like, the style of quarterback.
Right.
I don't think we're going to see – my prediction is I don't think we're going to see the Brady, Breeze, Mannings. Like,
no.
I don't think Baker Mayfield will be great, but he'll be great for 10 years.
But, dude,
and then he'll die. Because, like, these guys are, like, reckless and, like, fucking throwing the ball over. Like,
right. Well, he is a little I think he'll get a little more secure in the pocket as time goes on. But he looked like.
But this is what people were saying about Deshaun Watson last year. Now Deshaun Watson.
Well, you know what?
Lost.
Deshaun Watson also is coming back from a torn ACL.
Yeah.
Listen, dude. After I tear my ACL, I'm not gonna go back into the fucking jungle, okay, and try to fucking play football. There's just no way. But I mean, that's got to be on your brain when you're playing football. But I saw Baker Mayfield play, and I saw him with those passes. He looked crisp. He looked like his precision was on point. He looked like he knew he was going with the ball. Where like Tyrod Taylor looks good. He's a good quarterback, but he's a backup. He's a backup. He's not a fucking.
So how long? Like you said, in the next couple of weeks. So you think in the next couple of weeks, Ryan Fitzpatrick will be dethroned as the best quarterback in the NFL?
Yeah, dude, Fitzmagic is over. Come on, people. Listen, he should still dress like that. If you want attention, he'll have his own. If he dressed like he did with the chains and the fucking jacket, homie would have his own reality show in literally 6 months. You know that's a fact.
Yeah, and he should.
He should. Yeah. Dude, I'm telling you, he should just start banging strippers, doing drugs, and just go off the deep end for a hot minute because he's so straight edge. It's not even funny. But I think Patrick Mahomes looked really good too. He looked really good. Well, what's your take on that?
Well, I think Patrick Mahomes looks great. But again, it's early. That's why your take on Mayfield. My thing is this.
Look, he's blown away still.
Yeah.
He is still lost for words.
It's one game.
It is one game.
He did look great. I'm not taking that away from him.
It wasn't even one game.
It was a half a game.
Yeah, it was a half a game.
And he had more passing yards and touchdowns than fucking Trubisky nuts.
Now,
so what's your Trubisky take?
I'm scared. I'm terrified.
My thing is, I've said it like 5 episodes in a row now. The first 15 plays, they script him out. He looks great.
Yeah.
And then they
kind of take the wheels off, or they take the training wheels off a little bit.
Yeah.
And they go, okay, go have
fun.
fun.
They just script the whole game though. Like fucking script
you
the
know
first
what,
50
though?
plays.
I've read a ton of articles on this, and I've done my homework for this. The problem with him is the offensive coordinator that we got from Oregon. I guess he does a lot of screen passes. Because if you watch the Bears, I've watched every snap of every Bears game this year. It is all either behind the line that he's throwing the ball. It's just left and right. And if it's going downfield, it's going like maybe 10 yards. It's just like a quick like go 10 yards and cut back.
Right.
That's all it is. The only ball I've seen him throw was downfield. And it was like 23 yards to Anthony Miller. And it was good. But then they were like, okay, good.
Right.
We're good. That's good. Okay.
And that's the thing. I think that you have to be able to just go, hey, every once in a while, we're going to take a fucking shot. Who cares if it gets picked?
Totally.
Like this whole.
But he's not even throwing it to the
Right.
guy.
Right.
He's throwing it like way, like 5 yards past the dude. That scares me because that lets me know he doesn't know if that's maybe the guy he should have thrown to. Also, there was 4 guys. There was 4 receivers at the top. Did you see this? It was at the 10-yard line in the red zone. There were 4 receivers at the top, and then there was Allen Robinson down here. 4-1. Who do you think he threw to?
The 4.
The fucking Allen Robinson. Do you know how many people were guarding these 4 guys?
Oh, you're saying, okay, gotcha.
There was 3 defenders on 4 receivers. Who are you throwing to?
Dude, I'll tell you what, man.
And Trey Burton was wide open in the end zone.
Yeah, I think he's still figuring it out.
But
figure it out.
But he started. How many games did he start last year?
I think he started the second half of the season.
Yeah, I feel like he started like 10 games.
10 games,
like
but he only played 12 games in the.
That's what I was going to say.
College football.
That's what I was going to say.
And Ryan Pace draft got him not because of the immediate success, but was because he saw the potential for lasting success. He goes, you can get Deshaun Watson, you can get these other guys. He goes, but I see them being a flash in the pan, which I kind of agree with because look at RG3.
Right.
Everyone thought he was the second coming of fucking Jesus.
But he's a great example. I think that's where quarterbacking is going. And there was actually just an article. I was saying this last episode, and I just saw an article on ESPN about it, that now the move is find a quarterback that you can win with while they're on their rookie deal. Because the second your quarterback is good enough that he commands $30 million,
right.
Now you can't afford to fucking pay your defense. You can't afford.
Right.
You turn into the Seahawks, where it's like they won when Russell Wilson was making $400,000. Now when Russell Wilson's making $30, the whole team hates him. Pete Carroll's got to cut guys who don't want to fucking talk to him.
Well, now you can't have Richard Sherman. Now Earl Thomas wants to get the fuck out of there. Now
Sherman's old in my opinion. But I do see
he's having a fucking killer year. Richard Sherman.
He's injured now.
Is he?
Yeah, he's out the next 3 weeks.
Oh, all right.
ESPN actually just wrote an article today. That was the lead story.
Yeah,
about saying it's kind of wild saying the Rams should trade Goff in a couple of years. They want to keep this team, and they're saying all these young teams. They're saying they're saying all these guys should have done it with Cam Newton, with all these.
I think it's true because if you look at even the success that the Bears do have on offense, the Chiefs, the Rams, the Eagles. Yeah. This is all scheme.
Yeah.
This isn't like, is Goff good? Is Wentz good? Is Watson
I don't know,
good?
Goff looks pretty damn good.
Yeah. But like
first year,
he's also very much fitting into a scheme. They've got Gurley, the quick passes, the short passes, the yards after catch. All of these guys are doing that.
Yeah.
It's not like it's not like you're looking at Goff and you're like, holy shit, he's doing things I've never seen a quarterback do before.
Right.
Which some guys came out of college and did that.
Well, I mean, Carson Wentz looks like he can do no wrong at this point.
Right.
Didn't look that sharp in his game back, but also he was hurt. But what happened to Nick Foles? What the hell happened? You won the Super Bowl.
Just got hot.
What? How does that work? How do these guys just get hot and playing in the biggest game on the planet? I thought for sure the Patriots going to win that Super Bowl for sure. Anyways, to get back to Trubisky, he terrifies me every time he drops back for a pass. He terrifies me. He looks super lost half the time.
But
it looks like if you shake his head, you're going to hear something rattle.
But good. Let him check down and not do it because you guys got Khalil Mack, and he'll fucking score more touchdowns than the quarterback
will.
Well,
you know what? If it weren't for Khalil Mack, we'd be 0-3. Totally. And we'd be like,
God bless John Gruden.
Just wait till Raekwon Smith fucking comes around.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, but how
long until you have a Khalil Mack tattoo? Is that
Nah,
what?
no Khalil Mack tattoos.
Next dog's Khalil.
Just a neck tat that says
Yeah.
52.
Yeah.
Sure.
I mean, it's still amazing how well he, not only that he's playing, how much he changed the whole culture of that team. You're right, because dude, if they don't have Khalil, I agree with you. I think they're 0-3.
100%. I love when Gruden goes, we're just not getting pressure on the quarterback.
Yeah.
Are you fucking retarded?
Yeah.
Where's your head? 2001?
I think that's
Derek Brooks isn't coming out of the tunnel,
Right.
player. You understand?
I think that's what's happened. I mean, Gruden was gone 10 years.
Yeah.
Think about yourself. What the fuck were you doing 10 years ago? How much have you changed?
I would say 0.
Yeah.
Absolutely 0. I have more money in my bank account. That's about it. But
I mean, 10 years ago, when he was,
I don't think I had any money in my bank account 10 years ago. But
it's just so much. The game has changed so much.
yeah, well, it's I don't know. A lot of guys try to get really smart with their play calling and like really fancy. Like I saw Ryan Pace do this thing on like it was like the 5-yard line. It was like 5th and goal or whatever, and he did some sort of like
He's getting real crazy. He's got extra down. He's on
but-
5th and goal.
or yeah, I'm sorry, 4th and goal. I don't know why he was going for it. Yeah, I don't know why I said 5th and goal. Coffee's kicking in, but he did this like pass where like he was going to throw to the receiver and then throws to the running back.
Yeah.
But then the quarterback takes it in. I'm sitting there going, dude, you don't need to do all that shit. Just run the fucking ball in, dude.
Yeah.
He gets really with his play calling. Matt Nagy, I'm sorry, he gets crazy.
I think a lot of the guys do. I think there's that's the way it's gone. It's like it used to be like a little too vanilla. It was just like, oh, we're gonna run off tackle, then we're gonna throw a fade to the big receiver, and then we're gonna run off tackle, and then we're gonna go deep.
Right.
And now it's like but like even in the Tampa Bay Pittsburgh game on Monday, down the stretch, they had Mike Evans like alone, and every time they came down, Jason Witten's like, seems dumb that they don't just throw a fade to Mike Evans right here, and then they would like throw some little fucking screen, 4 guys blocking, and Mike Evans like, I'm still over here 6'5".
Right.
This guy's 5'8".
Just throw it to Mike Evans.
Yeah, he's like,
That
it
guy's
doesn't have to
so
be close. Just
he might be one of the best receivers in the league.
yeah.
He's so good, and goddamn, he's got a temper on him, dude. He's ready to fight anybody at any minute. I'm like, that's the guy I want. I want the guy that wants to get in fights at all times.
Well, why don't we just break down the games? We pick the lines every week, and Joe and I have a competition every year to pick the lines.
We ate shit last week, dude.
Did you really?
Our
What was
line-
it? I didn't even look.
I think you got 6 and I got 4.
It was that bad.
Yeah. We were pretty good too. We both did 11 on week 1, both 9 on week 2, but like, geez, 6 and 4. I mean, last week was a weird week, but still.
Yeah. Well, let's get to those before
I
we.
don't think anybody picked the Bills.
I'm terrible. Honestly, I'm terrible picking.
I
fucking
bet
lines,
you.
but
I'll
we'll
bet
give it
you
a shot.
anything that you have picked the best out of the 3 of us.
I'm awful. I'm like
Because
I'm
that's
like a
sports
girl knowing
gambling.
nothing about football when it comes to like picking who's gonna win and shit.
Well,
If you told me the Bills were gonna beat Minnesota
Yeah.
that are on
oh,
Sunday,
come on, nobody would
I
have
would
seen
have.
that.
I mean, but didn't Vegas? What was the line on that game?
17.
Actually, I saw an article.
Was it really?
Hey, I saw an article, and that was, what did my buddy say? That was one of the, like, who would have been the worst loss for? Not Vegas or the people betting. I'm trying to think here.
Probably both.
He sent me, because that was one of the biggest like ever.
Yeah.
Upsets ever.
Probably everybody bet the fucking Vikings.
Yeah. Well, let's get to the games. Before we do that, I don't know if I can make tonight's game, man.
Because you're back.
I got those,
Rams Vikings. Where are you guys watching it at?
well, I was going to go.
I'm doing a couple shows, so probably just at the bar before the show.
Yeah, that's what I'm probably doing.
I was
too.
going to go, Prano.
I know you were going to go.
Got my tickets on SeatGeek.
Oh yeah,
Right.
I could have gone tonight, but I decided to do a show on Coanga instead. Priorities.
Well, Prano, luckily,
I'm headlining.
Oh, can we get tickets for that on
No,
SeatGeek?
it's sold out. SeatGeek.
well,
Actually, that is the thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's
yeah,
funny.
that's
our
the
sponsor.
that's the ad I'm about to do.
Is it?
That's hence
That's
hence
good.
we
I
keep
just fucked that whole thing up.
hence we keep saying
Sorry,
SeatGeek.
sorry, SeatGeek.
It's all good.
I love
What a-
Ruther
what a
doesn't,
cute
Ruther
name.
doesn't prep anybody for this stuff. He's like,
Yeah.
Brady will just understand that I'm in the middle of an ad read.
I'm
yeah.
holding a piece of paper, reading it.
Spot-
You know? That could be the football.
Ruther
line.
brings out just a couple sneakers. We're sponsored by Foot Locker.
Yeah.
Well, SeatGeek, Brady, here's what you need to do. You need to download the SeatGeek app, and what's
Okay.
great about it is you can see exactly where you're sitting. And
Actually, I do have it.
you do.
I do have it, actually.
Well, here's what's
I
even
think I
better,
do.
Brady. If you use SeatGeek next time you go to a concert or sports event, if you put in promo code DIRTY, you get $20 off that purchase.
$20 off. Let's see. SeatGeek.
Yeah. It's a great deal. Download it.
$20 off? That's
Yeah,
great.
That's great. Exactly. So Dirtballs, right now, download the SeatGeek app and enter promo code DIRTY today. That's promo code DIRTY for $20 off your first SeatGeek purchase. SeatGeek, life's an event. We have the tickets.
Downloading right now.
See, he's downloading SeatGeek right now. It's a great little app.
Get it.
And you can
$20 off your first ticket purchase.
Fuck yes.
You can't beat it. Maybe they'll give me $20 off a handicap seat for tonight's game because my back issues.
Just get standing room only.
That would be great. Standing room only.
You know?
Yeah. He didn't get it.
I get it. Do they have those? Can you get those for
I don't think they
games?
do. Not at the
Coliseum.
No.
Yeah.
That stadium is so old. It is,
bro.
It is like you ever
It's
just walking up the steps. You've got to like really get up on those steps. They're fucking like so high.
Yeah, it's a fucking antique. Okay, so the Vikings come into LA tonight. They are currently 7-point underdog. That is a big spread for me.
I don't know. I feel like the Rams are gonna. I think the Rams will eclipse that by 2 touchdowns.
I think the Vikings cover.
I'm with Brady. I think the Rams.
No.
I
see Cousins having a real.
I know
tough
the
time with this
Vikings
game.
are good, but they haven't looked especially good.
No, dude. When you're leaping over Barr, who's the best defensive player on your team, Josh Allen kind of schooled him twice. He stiff-armed him. Did you see that?
Yeah.
By the way, did you see that stiff-arm in the Tampa game?
Amazing.
Chris Conte used to play for the Bears. Go fuck yourself, Chris Conte.
It's funny because I didn't remember him being especially like good or bad or anything with the Bears.
Not very good.
But people were like of course this happened to Chris. Like every Bears fan was like, fuck Chris Conte. And then somebody put a GIF of him getting stiff-armed almost exactly the same on the Bears. It's like, dude, guys are going to stiff-arm you. Like, tackle low or something. I don't know.
That guy just threw him on the ground like a little kid trying to take your toy.
That's easily a top 5 all-time stiff arm that I've ever seen.
Oh, for sure. For sure. Yeah, he fucking just threw him right on the ground like, what are you doing?
That stiff arm was the black people GIF of the, in the whole circle.
Right.
That's exactly what that was.
I mean, there was a guy on the sideline after who was like.
Yeah, totally.
And then
you love that guy because that guy's never done anything.
Yeah.
Fucking
and then
asshole.
3 plays later, their other safety runs directly into a wall, like Arena League style.
Too. I'm like, where you don't you know where you're at?
Dude, you're 10 yards away from the actual end zone.
Totally. And also don't you catch balls in that stadium?
Yeah.
When you go, okay, I kind of know a landmark. That looks like the last light. Okay, I should probably stop running.
Yeah.
I look like that baseball thing when the guy ran right through the.
It went through the wall.
Through the back. Yeah. Went right through the wall.
So you guys on this game. Here's my reason.
I see the Vikings get smoked,
here's my reasoning. They did get smoked last week at home. So my reasoning is they're going to come out ready to play. The Rams are banged up.
Oh, yeah.
So
Well,
Talib is out 8 weeks.
And Peters is out.
Marcus Peters is game time decision. It's kind of like me going to the game tonight. It's a game time decision.
I would say still do it. Suck it up. Put all that whole thing of CBD, whatever, on your fucking back.
And I got some edibles yesterday, too.
Okay. That's perfect. So you won't be coherent for the game.
I'm going with the Thursday night factor. It's either going to be
really good.
Close, and it'll be like 6-3, and they'll be like, "How is it 6-3 Rams Vikings?"
We were expecting,
we were expecting 41-30, or it'll be,
5th and goal.
Yeah, 5th and goal.
Yeah.
But I think the Rams. The Vikings haven't looked as good as I thought they would be.
No,
not that I thought they'd be great because I'm not a Kirk Cousins guy
at all.
No,
not at all. I don't think he's that great.
Kirk Cousins is the legitimate, complete opposite of this idea that what you want to do with a quarterback is like find somebody young and cheap, and like Kirk Cousins is expensive and middle-aged and mediocre.
How old is he?
He's like, I don't know, 30, 30, whatever.
Mediocre. So Cousins is mediocre and Ryan Fitzpatrick is good?
Yeah.
How does that work?
Yeah.
Fitzpatrick's what? He's late 30s, right?
Yeah, he's
mid-30s.
He's late 30s. He's almost 40 years old. He might be 40 years old.
He might be 40 years old, but he's playing pretty good. He played pretty good against the Steelers. I think they should have won that game.
Yeah.
Well,
I didn't see the Steelers winning that game.
There's a big thing about tonight's game, guys, that we have to talk about. The first ever all-female broadcast.
That's tonight?
Great.
So
you know what, though? You want to know why they're doing that? Because Jason Witten sounds like he's fucking like he didn't take his meds that day. Do you ever watch Jason Witten?
I'm not. By the way, that whole crew
is trash.
Monday night ESPN.
He's Monday night, right?
Yeah.
Oh, that's what I thought.
So I liked Gruden and what was
Mike
his name?
Tirico.
Well, no, but then Tirico left, and the last, who do you have the other guy?
I
You know
don't
what I'm saying? But I like them. Their crew now for Monday night is not good.
Right,
No.
just put in Sway. Give me Sway.
Yeah. And but why is Booger McFarland also in like
Yeah.
some like weird like lean back chair? Like he
Yeah,
looks like
why?
he's like fucking
He
running
looks he looks like
computer screen.
he looks
He's like Professor from X-Men.
Yeah.
That was insane,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, what's he doing?
Yeah, he looks like Professor X up there, and he's
So like we need diversity. We got to get Booger McFarland in.
Yeah.
Don't let him in the room though. He has to be on his own
some
area.
racist ass shit right there.
And why is his name Booger, dude?
Right.
I don't even remember who this guy was. Do you?
No.
Did he
no.
play in the league?
Yes, but I don't remember at all.
When you sent me,
I don't remember him looking up his card in Beckett one time. How much is my Booger worth?
Yeah, how much is Booger McFarland worth? Because when you sent me that gift that said "Can't wait,"
Yeah,
who is that?
it's Bart Scott.
That's who I thought it was at first. Booger McFarland. I'm like, oh, they changed his name to Booger. That's who I thought it was. So I was like, oh, that's cute.
They should have Bart Scott traveling.
Anyone, you know what? Booger McFarland's actually not that bad, but I just don't understand the whole
Why is he on the field?
dynamics of why he's in some sort of
You know who's the
contraption.
You know who's the single toughest dude of all time? The dude
Nails.
who looked at a young black Robert McFarland who was going to one day be a NFL player and was like, "Fuck you, your name's Booger."
Right.
Like, the guy who fucking nicknamed him Booger,
Booger.
Like, nah, you're fucking Booger.
And
he's
he's like,
I don't want to be Booger. He's like, fuck you, Booger.
Right, right. That's his
It's like
nickname
the
from now
gooch,
on.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Now give me 10.
So they're doing something new this year, which I didn't know.
You spit all
I know.
over Brady.
Did I get you bad?
That's fine. So I got the vest on.
It's waterproof.
Yep.
So basically, Amazon now is also doing. I didn't know this. So Amazon's doing Thursday night games as well. So tonight's game will be on Fox,
So it's a book? How does this work?
Amazon,
Yeah.
and NFL Network. So the Amazon crew
Amazon Fire.
Yeah.
is Andrea Kramer and Hannah Storm. Now, this is what I have to say because everyone's like, "Oh,
Wait, they put them on Amazon?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that explains a lot.
Yeah.
yeah," but hold
Where
on
are
a
we going to
sec.
put them? Put them on Amazon.
But-
It's an audio.
put 'em on
There's an
Hulu.
audio book version of the Welcome to Monday Night Football. It was raining.
We're looking for a real tough crew tonight, ladies and gentlemen.
But all jokes aside, this is what I hate. They're trying so hard. And by the way, as sideline or studio people, I think both Andrew Kramer and Hannah Storm are good. I always liked Hannah Storm for NBA. Andrew Kramer, I thought was
She used
always
to be so banging back in the
Yeah.
day.
Hannah
Hannah
Storm.
Storm. Oh,
The
dude.
boots.
Yeah.
I just would watch like NBA side stuff, and I was like, "Here comes Hannah Storm."
yeah. So I think they're good at their jobs, but this is what I don't understand. It kind of comes back to the Jessica Mendoza thing we always say, Prano. You're putting, and it doesn't matter whether female or male. You can't have two people in a booth without one who played. It just doesn't make sense to me.
Or coached or had any
That's what I'm
experience
saying.
with ever or
Like you need
has
somebody
held a football.
in that booth.
Every,
I have a-
every
I have a-
female just
yeah.
clicked out of this.
I have a very
They're
low
like, let's go back to the
I
Kavanaugh
have a
thing.
very low
All
bar.
three of them.
Yeah. Oh,
I have a very low bar, but like you have to have once thrown a football. Even recreationally.
yeah. I don't know. Hannah Storm, did she play basketball?
I have no idea.
Oh, right.
I don't think that qualifies her though. Right?
I'm just saying, at least it's something.
But that's my problem is everybody wants to shout sexism. I'd say the same thing if fucking Joe Buck and you know
I'd say-
Ian
yeah,
Eagle
totally.
were in the booth. I'd say Joe Buck and Ian Eagle, they didn't play. I need somebody who was a
well,
coach
I
or a
can't
player.
stand Joe Buck, and I know that's kind of cliche, but I really can't stand Joe Buck. Can you?
I actually don't mind Joe Buck that much.
I don't know. He just so
The
homer.
only thing that bothers me about Joe Buck is when he does baseball. Like he'll get excited about like a third inning double, like
only
Kirk Gibson just fucking hit a walk off.
only thing I like that Joe Buck did was when on the Howard Stern show when JD was eating a sandwich and he was doing play-by-play.
Oh really? I didn't see that. That's
JD's
amazing.
like this fat slob on
Sure.
Howard Stern,
Yeah.
and he's like, so he goes in for the bite. He opens up the sandwich. Anyways, that's it.
You're a big Stern guy.
I love it.
Yeah,
I
he's
love
great.
Stern. He's so good.
Okay, Jets go to Jacksonville. The Jags are a 7.5-point favorite at home. They just lost 9-6 at home to the Titans. What do we think? 7.5? It's a big spread.
Jacksonville Titans.
Jacksonville
I'm
Jets.
taking Jacksonville. I mean, I think they have a bounce back game. I think the Jets aren't very good.
I bet the Jets win.
You think the Jets win outright?
I think the Jets
Wow.
beat them. It's one of those games. It's one of those weird games.
Blinking guy meme.
Yep. It's one of those
we're
weird
gonna
games.
we're gonna write a list of Brady Matthews hot takes.
Yeah.
Baker Mayfield's the best
Watch.
quarterback in football already.
Mm-hmm.
Jets,
No. I
Jets.
said he has potential.
Yeah.
Now you're just putting words in my mouth.
R.I.P. Brady's fucking mentions on Twitter
Okay.
from some of our fucking these guys
Watch.
are fucking
You
idiots.
watch. You watch.
Yeah, you sound like me with Manziel, bro.
I think no Manziel, no, you can't. It's completely different. Baker Mayfield's already getting married at what, like 22 years old?
Right.
Like,
I know, but you said
when I was 22, I was putting my
You're
wiener in
saying-
everything I could possibly put my wiener in.
you're saying
Light sockets.
Everything. You name it. I'll try it out.
best, bro. You're saying within 2 years
He-
Baker Mayfield will be better than Aaron Rodgers?
If Aaron Rodgers is still playing. I mean, I don't know. Aaron Rodgers, it just takes one more hit for that fucking knee, and he might be out for the whole season.
Yeah,
Who knows?
from your boy
But I
Khalil
mean,
Mack.
Baker Mayfield's young, dude. He takes monster hits and gets right back up and talks shit to guys' faces. I'm like, dude,
but
homie,
he played
he's
one
a
game.
rookie.
Again, one game against the Jets.
I like his whole moxie, dude. I like the way
His
I do.
moxie.
I know it's from 1940s reference.
He's got some moxie.
He's
eh?
good. See,
Keep those ladies out of my announcing booth. I need some guys up there with moxie.
I just think I like the way he
He's a
carries
real winner.
himself. I think he's I don't know. I got a
Okay,
hunch
you're Team
about him.
Baker. That's cool. That's cool.
But with that Jets Jacksonville game, it's one of those weird games. Where are they playing at? Are they playing
In Jacksonville.
Oh, they're in Jacksonville. Is it a day game or is it a night game?
It's a day game.
Okay,
It's a day game. Yeah.
it is. I don't know. It might be I don't know.
You know, there's only one night game.
Or I'm seeing the afternoon game.
Yeah.
Afternoon game. You fucking snobs. Jesus. So cute. All right. Fuck.
I'm
Jesus.
telling you, every pick he makes in these football games is gonna be right.
Yeah.
And we're gonna be fucking such assholes.
Yeah. And Brady's gonna fucking get the
And
last
then
laugh.
I'm gonna get a hashtag Brady's picks.
Yeah.
Okay.
I like that.
All right.
Okay. I'm gonna go with Brady first.
Okay.
Miami travels. to
Wait,
New-
you didn't give us your pick, Ruther.
Yeah.
Who covers?
Oh, I think the Jags cover.
Okay. You can't
what's the
forget
line? I'm
to
sorry?
make your picks.
7.5.
7.
I
We,
think
we
Sam-
also have to come up with a bet soon
Yeah.
before anybody gets too far out in front. But you got the
I
Insane
agree.
Clown Posse bet coming up.
I don't know what that means.
God. It means I gotta
Ruther has
go.
to go to an Insane Clown Posse
Oh,
show
dude.
as a client, like dressed.
Oh, dude, that'd be the best. That'd be so fun.
Yeah, I gotta
A
go
gigolo?
as a fucking juggalo.
You gotta go whoop whoop.
A gigolo is somebody who gets paid to have sex with women.
You're gonna be,
Have you heard some
you're
of
gonna
those
be
stories?
Juggalo.
What's up?
Have you heard some of the stories of how fucking disgusting they are?
The Juggalos?
The juggalos?
No.
Oh, Howard talks about it. How
You know what I'm gonna
fucking
do it too.
gross they are, dude.
I've already
I can't.
decided.
It's disgusting.
I think I told it. I'm gonna shave my. I'm gonna go full. I'm gonna shave my head, bleach my hair, and then get the full.
How are you
face
gonna
paint.
bleach your hair if you shave your head?
But I mean, like buzz it. Get it real short.
I'm gonna shave my eyebrows out. I'm gonna put them back on.
So I'm gonna bleach my hair, then shave it off. Okay,
Right.
that seems like a waste.
Totally. All right.
All right. Miami travels to New England. The Patriots, coming off that bad loss to Detroit, are a 6.5-point favorite.
Is Josh Gordon playing?
He should be.
Did he play last week?
No.
They just
He
hadn't
had a-
activated him yet.
Hamstring thing.
They hadn't activated him yet.
I think if Aaron Hernandez was available, they'd pick him up.
Oh, absolutely.
For sure.
Bill Belichick doesn't give a fuck.
No, are you kidding me? He's like, you killed somebody?
Yeah.
Guys,
You
I
did you get out of your system?
Yeah.
Good. Now get on the field.
guys, I know it's early, and we all know the Patriots' way of doing things, but they did show a stat. Brandon Cooks, who obviously they let go and the Rams signed,
Huge mistake.
has more yards and receptions than all the Patriots receivers combined. And again, it's only 3 games, but the argument was like, should they have kept him around?
Yes. Totally. Who do they get to throw to? Gronk is like, I don't even know what Gronk's doing anymore. He's doing like deodorant ads and shit. Like, does he even care about football anymore? They barely throw to him, right?
Yeah.
I don't know. I've watched the Patriots and I'm like, okay, I've seen this movie so many fucking times,
Yeah.
dude. Please move on.
I think the Patriots dynasty is over. But,
Sure.
But I don't necessarily think that means that they're going to go 4-12. You know, they'll probably still win the division.
No, I think they go to the playoffs.
Yeah, I just don't think. I think their Super Bowl run's over. And here's a conspiracy theory.
All right. I love it.
Is Belichick wanted to keep Garoppolo
Right.
and get rid of Brady because Belichick, like
Could have molded
anybody,
Garoppolo.
smart. Like I'll keep a guy. I'll have him cheap. He'll be younger.
Right.
We'll go on. We'll rebuild that way. Kraft makes him fucking get rid of Garoppolo and keep Brady, and then he gets rid of Cook. And he tried to trade Gronk. right? They were saying he
Oh
tried
yeah,
to
tried
send
to
Gronk.
get Gronk, and Gronk said he was going to retire.
Does Belichick want the Patriots to lose?
I don't know. It sounds kind of like
And
he's
like
Ooh.
maybe he wants a nail in the coffin of like the Brady era, and he's like, I'm not done yet. I'll show you.
Yeah.
I can still win.
Let
But
me
first, let
yeah.
me get rid of fucking everybody.
Or
We'll be bad, then I'll rise again.
And I'm going to show you why we needed these people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
or does
That's a good
Belichick,
take.
knowing him, he's a vindictive little fuck. Does he?
He didn't even give those little kids high fives when he's walking out of the tunnel.
Yeah, but that's why.
Asshole.
But
He's
see,
a
that's why
monster.
I
He's a
like him.
monster.
That's
Yeah.
why I like him.
Oh.
To me, his.
You got a little Belichick in you?
Oh, I love Belichick. To
I
me,
can see
that's where he is charming to me.
Yeah.
He's like
Charming.
Yes,
He's
You
autistic.
just said Belichick was charming.
Yeah.
I think he is. I think Belichick.
And I got made fun of for saying Moxie?
No, I think Belichick's nuances and his personality and his dry sense of humor, everything about Belichick then makes him a charming, likable person to me. I love that he doesn't high five kids, that he doesn't care. Like, to me, that's a whole. You've gone so
Mind frame?
you've gone so far out there that he's like that. But what about this?
You
Prano?
basically are saying people with Asperger's are charming.
Totally.
He's like, I like that he doesn't
Yeah.
understand social situations.
I love blind
And
people
does
because they
super
can't see
awkward
what I'm
things.
doing.
Yeah.
What about this to add on to your theory? Because I kind of like it. What if
I like that he has an inability to appreciate human warmth.
Yeah, I love him that he's
I
ambidextrous.
just like that. I just like that about him.
I fucking love Belichick. He's the best ever. I have nothing but
He
love
is
for him.
he is the best ever. I mean, when you cheat a lot, you're going to be really good at what you do, not get caught. He's like the Illuminati.
Yeah, exactly.
He really is. I like him because he's like the Illuminati.
Bill Belichick.
I love the
is
Illuminati feel.
Yeah.
I think we have an episode title.
Totally.
So what about this though? What if he wants them to just completely tank and then he retires? Like, what if that's his?
because that's not how you go. Why would you
No,
do that? Then he would have just retired.
He's super competitive. There's
Yeah.
no way he's going to do that.
Okay.
Okay.
So it's tough for me because I don't really know how to pick
I think
Patriots games. At
I
this
think
point.
they win and cover.
Yeah, it's tough.
6.5 is a big spread, but I think they win and cover.
I agree with that.
And I think Josh Gordon has
If he plays.
if Josh Gordon plays, Josh Gordon has 6 catches, 80 yards, a
Dude,
touchdown.
Have you seen his fucking arms are like looks like just chiseled. Like someone
Josh
just chiseled.
Gordon? Yeah.
Jacked.
He's ripped.
Put him in the game.
I think they win and cover because I think Belichick. I do think he's tanking. I think he wants to lose, but I think
Smart take.
I think he's playing coy though. I don't think he wants to be out of it in week 5. He doesn't want the
He's taking his
Dolphins to be
time-
4-0.
with this nail in
Yeah,
the coffin.
he's gonna be like, we're gonna be right on the edge, and then he's gonna fucking trade somebody. So I think they win. I guess I think they cover too. Yeah.
I agree with that.
Okay.
How does he get his team motivated? Like, he looks like the most unmotivating coach ever. Like, he just stands there and goes, okay, you saw what you did. We need to get better. And Tom, can I have a talk with you? And that's it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I don't know.
Next up, we have Philly traveling to Tennessee. The Eagles are a 4-point favorite on the road in Nashville.
The Eagles didn't
Ooh.
look great against the Colts last week.
No, they should have lost, in my opinion.
Yeah. I still don't understand rushing Wentz back. But
Because everyone in Philly is like, we won the Super Bowl. We got to do it again.
yeah. They won with
And-
Foles though.
I know. Just because he's not doing so great in the first 3 games, so what? Like, Carson Wentz do okay. It's only 3 games. You're not out of it. Now, if you
Yeah.
lose your 4th game, now you're fucked. I think that's what they're freaking out about.
On a side note, our foot fetish fan has entered and is already commenting on Brady's situation. There's someone who has a foot fetish who watches these
And
videos.
what? He's excited about Brady's knees?
No, he
Weird.
says he goes, that guy looks cramped in the middle. Let him lie down and put his feet up.
So weird. I do have great toes, though. I
Do
do
ya?
have beautiful feet. Not taking my shoes
Oh,
off.
Yeah.
I was say you're teasing him now.
Nah,
Yeah.
I can't. I do have great feet. Follow me on Instagram.
So do you guys
I'm the
think
Belichick of feet, dude.
you're the-
I've got moxie. Yeah.
what do we think on this game? 4 points?
Tough. I want to pick against. I actually do want to pick against Philly, but like
My balls do look pretty
I
cool.
hate getting burned by Philly just because then I feel like I picked against them because they're Philly. But I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna take Tennessee to cover. I think it's a close one. I think it's
Man.
a field goal for the win.
I was gonna go Tennessee as well. I'm gonna go against you now because of that.
'Kay.
I'm gonna take the Eagles to cover 4 points.
I like that.
You like that?
Yeah, I like that.
You like that?
I like that.
You like that?
You like that?
That's
Is that better? Do I look jumbled?
See, now it's in your head now.
No, it's not my head.
You received one comment.
Nah, it's not my head. No way.
I like that vest, by the way.
Hot. Yeah, dude.
It's a good vest.
It's a good fishing vest.
The PBR?
PBR.
It's so Midwest of
you. Do you
you.
fish a lot?
I saw this at the fucking thrift store the other day. I'm like, I'm going to pick it up. Even though it looks like it's been through quite a lot of...
It has paint stains on it.
Yeah, well, that's definitely from me. But, yeah.
Yeah.
Because you paint as well.
Yes, I do.
You're an artist.
I am. Yep. I am. Yep.
I do a podcast with Andy Lazarus, Dirty Slides podcast, a baseball spinoff of this show.
Right.
So Dirty Slides fans have heard us talk about your Ricky Henderson
really
painting. And then you brought us some stickers as well.
I did.
You got the Frank Sinatra.
Got the Sinatra.
And the
Jim Carrey. Yeah.
And now I'm certain
Henderson.
of it. I'm certain a lot of people that listen to the show watch Theo Vaughn's show.
Yeah, I have prints of all that too. If anyone wants a print of it instead of a painting, because paintings are kind of expensive. But
what does a painting go for?
About $1,000.
And what's print go for?
$1,000.
Yeah. What?
Print
goes for $100. If you're out of town, $110. Yep. And you can get on my website, BradyMatthewsArt.com.
How much to do a painting of me doing the mangina?
I don't know what that means. Oh, you ducking your wiener in?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Probably my dick and balls between.
I don't know. We'd have to talk about that. Probably. I don't know. Probably like $1 million.
I always wanted to ask an artist, how do you where does $1,000 come from? I
don't know, because it takes a lot.
I'm sure it does.
Like I sometimes I can finish a painting within
$1,000, by the way, seems completely reasonable for a great piece of art.
Yeah.
But then you see you're like at someplace and it's like that's 40,000, and you're like, where? What?
No, that's insane. Unless you have a manager that manages your art, and you're not, and you're traveling with your art. I'm not at that point. So I don't even have a manager, but if you're available, I'm taking management applications.
Yeah, that's a good question, Predo. I never knew how you would.
I don't know. I've done paintings for like $750, $720,
right.
$725. But I will just throw it up there and go $1,000, because depending if you want like a big ass canvas, like the size of that, like that thing.
The size of Ruther's hole in
the ceiling, but you can't tell because it looks so nice right here. That would be like $1,000, because it takes a lot to put like layers on layers on, and sometimes it's good.
Yeah.
Sometimes I have to fucking redo shit.
What's your favorite one that you ever painted?
I'd say the Sinatra and the Chris Farley. Yeah.
And the Chris Farley, that's the one that Theo has. That's the original.
Yeah. Theo has the original one. I sold him that for like $750, which I should have just fucking at the time been like $5,000.
Yeah.
But whatever. It's making money on its own, which is great. Okay, where are we at?
Let's get we should probably get you a Belichick painting.
That'd be hilarious.
Right?
He's just angry.
Just with the hood on.
Dude, I would love that.
He's just going like this.
Brady's like, I don't know if I can do the dead eyes. It might be extra.
Yeah.
I would love it.
It's like that painting in Ghostbusters.
I would love a Belichick painting.
You know what I'm talking about?
Oh, of course. Vigo?
Yeah. Vigo's just got that angry face. I love his Vigo. That's my impression.
That's a good impression of that dude.
Well, I do impressions.
You do impressions.
Yeah.
Who do you do?
I do like Mark Wahlberg.
I fucking love your impressions, dude. Last time I saw you was at West Side. I was rolling in the back because I also love all the fucking. What I love when people do impressions, because I do a couple on the show. Like I'll do Bill Walton or whatever. It's like you have to take it somewhere. You can't just be like, oh, this is.
You just do the impression.
Yeah. And I hate that people are like, this is Mark Wahlberg ordering an egg sandwich. It's like you always like create a scene, and it's so fun.
I had to do it where I got pulled over by the cops.
Yeah.
And the cops are like, why don't you do an impression of me? And I'm like, I do the impression of the cop. But I did all those impressions because when I went for SNL, I had to do like
you auditioned.
I went to test for SNL.
Okay.
Which was the highlight of my fucking life. Because when you go to the Super Bowl, you think you might have a chance of actually winning the Super Bowl, but Pete Davidson got it instead, so whatever.
Did you test on stage?
Yeah.
At 30 Rock?
Yeah.
Wow.
It was me and Santino and Pete Davidson and Ryan O'Flanagan and a couple other guys. It was the best experience I've ever had in my entire life. Like, just being in New York and people are like, so what are you doing here? And you're like, oh, I'm going to go test for SNL. And they're like, what? You're like, yeah, I'm gonna go test for SNL.
Now I've heard from a lot of people, and they've also released a lot of the footage of those now. Like
I would love to have it. I
Yeah.
would love to have the game tape, but they're gonna be like, Brady Matthews. Do we have a Brady Matthews tape? We don't.
But like they've released
Kevin
but like
Hart.
people aren't laughing that much, even when like
No.
Will Ferrell's doing like the kitten, like whatever.
A little bit.
How many people are you even testing in front of?
There was about 20 people, and you see Lorne Michaels right there with his little fucking light and his notes, and then you see a whole group of people. And it's funny, there's a monitor to the left. They're just watching the monitor. They're not even watching you, because they're just seeing if this guy, we can put him on TV or whatever.
But before you walk out there, are you like backstage? Are you in a green room?
I was not nervous until they grabbed me, and I was sitting in the hallway, and my knees started to fucking shake so hard that I had to stand up and like stretch.
Because you've been doing comedy for how long?
About going on, at that point, I was about 8 years.
Right.
Yeah.
And like you don't get nervous before a show anymore.
Not at
You
all.
don't.
No, not whatsoever.
It's like a weird, like the last time, like when I was growing up and I was like playing sports, like I remember the first time in a basketball game I ever went to the free throw line. I was like
terrified.
Literally like,
were you nervous? Really?
Yeah, just like the first ever time I was like, what's that? Everybody's watching me.
Yeah. Oh, my first game in high school football, I got kick return. And I was so fucking nervous. Like you see those videos of guys leaning over and puking?
Yeah.
That was me. I leaned over and nothing came out, but I was dry heaving as the ball was coming. I was like, and then I just get fucking trucked.
And then you're like, well, that's as bad as it's going to be.
Totally. And I fucking throw the ball back. They score the touchdown, and I go to the sidelines. I go, I'm not doing that ever again. Ever again. That's the scariest thing I've ever done in my life.
And I knew. So then when we went to New York, I threw out a first pitch at the Mets game.
Did you really?
I was holding the ball. I was like kind of shaking. I was like, oh, this is like, I haven't been nervous.
I would
like
be
this.
so nervous.
Yeah.
I would go to the ladies' tees and just go real close as I can to the catcher and just throw the ball.
He threw a strike.
Did you really?
I caught it.
You have it on tape?
Yeah.
Yeah. I did. I would put that on loop in my apartment.
So your knees start shaking and you're backstage, and then what? You go out there and what impressions do you do?
When is this? Is this like 2015?
This was 2015. Yeah. I went out.
I remember actually seeing you.
I was working
right before it. I saw you at HaHa doing it too, and I was like, he's gonna get fucking SNL.
I really thought I did. I really thought I was, because I was
doing like McConaughey.
I was doing McConaughey. I did Ryan Reynolds. I was doing Mark Wahlberg. I did Bruce Willis. I did.
Can you do some of the stuff you did for your audition? Do you remember?
Yeah, I did all these characters doing their. They were all auditioning for a commercial for bubble wrap. That's it. So Mark Wahlberg was like, "The fuck you giving me this bubble wrap for, huh? Why the fuck you giving me this bubble wrap? No, it's okay, Donnie. I got this. Why the fuck you giving me this bubble wrap?" Right? And then McConaughey would go out and he'd be like this. And then he'd snap the bubble wrap and he'd go, "There it is." Right? Or something. And then Ryan Reynolds would be like, Ryan Reynolds would go, "Well, I guess we'll just have to put everything in bubble wrap." And then and then I would do Ryan Reynolds, because he does the thing with his nose. He's like, "I don't even know I'm doing bubble wrap, really." Because he always sounds like he sounds like kind of like Brando a little bit. But so I'd do his nose, and that was okay. And then I did Bruce Willis, where I'm like, "All right, come out to the coast, have some bubble wrap or something." I don't know. It was good, and I worked it. And I remember we went to Gotham. We were doing spots at Gotham for Comedy Juice, and I did it my set. And then Louis C.K. came on after me, and then I was about to leave, and he grabbed me and he goes, "Dude, you're gonna kill it tomorrow." From Louis C.K. And I'm like,
"Oh wow,
this is fucking happening. This is happening. It's the part. It's just everything is happening." Like I left my luggage on the train, and I was like, "Oh, that's gone." So I went back to the station. They go, "Oh yeah, we have your luggage right here." I'm like, "This is the fucking best, dude. It's the best." I didn't have my wallet in the cab, and the cabbie goes, "Don't worry about it." I'm like, I'm gonna get fucking Saturday Night Live. And then you get home and you check in with your entertainment lawyer, and you're like, "So how's it looking?" And he goes, "Well, they've narrowed you down to 6 people." I go, "Am I in the 6? He goes, "You're in the 6. And then you find out that Pete Davidson got it. And you're like, "All right." That was fun.
And then you hope another 9/11 happens.
No, too soon, I guess, right? So yeah, that was fun.
And what's funny is Pete Davidson does 0 impressions.
He doesn't do anything.
He
just bangs Ariana Grande and gets on Howard Stern. And Howard Stern's sitting there talking to him. I talked to my mom today on the way over here. I was listening to it. Howard Stern's like, "So what do you do? Do you do anything else for fun? Do you paint at all?" And I'm sitting there going, "I fucking paint, motherfucker. I paint. I do impressions. I have tattoos."
Now, when you get down to the last 6.
Where's my Ariana Grande?
Yeah. when you get down to the last 6, but you don't get it, do they call you the next year? And they're like, hey.
Yeah. So the next year I went and got a call back, but I didn't test. So I was like, I'm fucking done, dude. No more. Because it's like you keep hanging out with the hottest girl ever. And she's like, I really like you. And then you see her with like some other dude. And you're like,
Ruther. You see her with Ruther. What the fuck is happening?
She's putting ointment on his back.
Yeah.
And you're like, you motherfucker.
He's got lines in his head. He's wearing sweatpants.
He's just sitting everywhere like this.
Yeah.
So
Ruther's like,
my back.
No, my back. Yeah, my back is not feeling good right now. But you know what? Like I said, this is my Michael Jordan flu game. Is Pete even on SNL still?
Yeah.
He got a raise.
Okay.
So he's going to be there for a little bit longer. You know who's so talented on that show is Melissa Villasenor, and I've known her for so long.
Extremely talented.
Good fucking for her, because she does a lot of impressions in her act too.
Amazing.
And people make fun of people that do impressions in their act, and I'm like, it's just another more fun thing. It's just more fun to do in your act.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like I saw Fahim Anwar the other night, and I love Fahim, and I think he's great. Do a bad Sylvester Stallone impression, but it was fucking hilarious. Have you seen it?
No.
Where he's like, okay, I've been working on impressions. Sly Stallone, he goes, and hey, what's up with you? Well, what's up with you? Huh? And he's like talking to the crowd. He goes, this Sly Stallone doing crowd work. So what's going on with you guys? It's so bad, but it's so funny.
Yeah.
And I'm like, you know what, dude? Who gives a fuck?
Well, everyone's a goddamn critic. It's so annoying.
Especially comedians. So they're like, fuck that. Why is he yelling on stage? Or why is he doing impressions?
I don't have.
And then the person that's saying that shit is the person that goes up and kind of tries to do what you're doing.
Yeah.
I
don't have the balls to do impressions on stage. Like I couldn't.
Really?
I do impressions here, but like
but your jokes are so fucking good. Your jokes are so
that's
funny.
Ridiculous.
No, it's true. Your shit's funny as fuck. But yeah,
Prano's in the zone now. I told him in Chicago. I was like, dude, he was crushing all the shows in Chicago.
Aren't those crowds great?
Yeah.
They're fucking great.
They
just want to laugh. I made fun of this
great room.
Oh yeah, I made fun of this guy, and I love that room because you can come up with bits right on the fly.
Yeah.
Even if you don't have punchlines for him yet. Like this guy in the front, I was making fun of him for like he looked like he owned a boat. He just had the like weird shirt with the weird shorts, and I'm like, does everyone have to be on cocaine when you drive the boat? Do you have to have a 30-pack in your body before you ride it? I go, do you ever notice when you're on the boat how fast you're going?
Yeah.
And I'm like, you're like, this can't be normal, right? Just
yeah, the guy.
Like that video, you see the video of everyone's heads going like this on the boat?
That's a great video.
That's not normal.
That's the best. That might be one of my favorite videos in the history of the internet, especially when they set it to the Harlem Shake.
Right.
It's like,
yeah. And I did that.
I watched that 200 times.
Totally. I did that on stage for about 20 minutes. And before you knew it, they gave me the light. And I'm like, oh, there's my 30. Yeah. See you later.
Dude, I tried to have sex with a MILF in the front row during my act, basically.
Oh, yeah.
I've never seen somebody like more like
just talking to
he's
one
like
person.
He's like, so like I forget how you started.
Here's how it started. I'm just doing.
Did you just forget your set? Because I
did.
He did.
Prano called.
I've done that.
It was awkward to watch in the back.
He said from afar.
Was it
was
really?
like fascinating to watch.
He goes, so you guys are together, and the guy's like, no, that's my mom. And he's like, Ruther goes, you're a MILF. And then there's like a pause.
And the kid's probably like, fuck.
And then everybody's like, he's gonna do a follow up today. He's like, yeah, you're just like a hot mom.
No,
like, super hot.
Joe's like this. I'll take that second beer.
Like in the back, I'm like,
here's what I said. He goes, that's my mom. Everybody laughs. I let the laughs.
How old's the kid? Probably like 20, 21.
Like early 20s. Mom's like smoking hot, mid 40s. And then he says that, everybody laughs, and then I go, your mom's a MILF. Everybody laughs again. And I just wouldn't let it die. Every time
he literally comes. So
then I go,
MILF
everybody,
is mom, I'd like to fuck, right? So then he just comes back and goes,
everybody wants
I want to fuck your mom. Like he's like, we're like, what?
Yikes!
I literally go,
wow, real Casanova over here.
I literally go, I want to put down this mic and go have sex with your mom.
Jesus!
But the thing is,
that's so aggressive.
It's very aggressive. But what didn't help is that everybody was laughing. Like my aggressiveness.
Yeah.
Was you think in this age
because it was so awkwardly real.
Everybody was laughing.
Yeah, no one was like, "Oh, he's joking." No, he's real.
Yeah,
my buddies who were at that show.
It was like Trump at the UN.
They're
laughing with me.
Yeah,
no, dude, we're laughing that you just keep saying you want to fuck this.
Wasn't
mom.
the response I was looking for?
My buddy texted me 2 days later. Obviously, I talked to him after the show, but he texted me. A couple of my buddies were at that show, and he goes, "Dude, I can't get over your set." He's like, "You straight up were trying to like bang a chick." In front of 150 people on stage.
I mean, I've totally been there. I have totally been there where I've been on stage and I'm like, God damn it. I remember the last girl I dated before my girlfriend. I actually started dating her because I met her. I saw her in the audience. And I was like, she was fucking beautiful. So I've been there, but I didn't do my whole set where I was like, so like, are you a nurse or what's up with you? Yeah. Like,
so you're a mom, so you're clearly sexually active.
So walk me through this. You still getting your period?
Are you still with the dad? How does this work?
Right. Do we have to worry about period sex, or are you past that now?
I'm an idiot. You guys want to get back to the games?
Yeah,
sure.
Do it.
All right, let's mow through these.
Brady's picking the rest of the games as a character each time.
Okay.
Oh, great.
Houston at Indy. The Colts are a 1.5 favorite against the winless Texans. Does Houston start 0-4?
No.
I don't think so either.
Where are they playing at? In Houston?
In Indy.
What does it matter? Indy's not really. Actually, Indy is pretty good this year, aren't they?
They've looked okay so far.
They're 1-2, but they've been in every single game.
Yeah.
I actually think
they have a defense though.
Houston
this year
wins the game.
I think Indy wins and covers, and I think Houston starts 0-4.
Wow.
Mark Wahlberg, what do you think?
I'll take Houston on this. Okay. Huh? I'm gonna go with Houston. Cover the spread.
You're doing great, man. Okay, moving on.
I got my head.
Buffalo travels to Green Bay.
Oh,
there's zero faith in Buffalo's win. Vegas is saying we don't give a shit because Green Bay's a 10-point favorite.
Buffalo fans are so crazy. I guarantee after that win, they're like, I think we can go to the Super Bowl.
Yes.
At this point, everyone's going to be jumping off buses on plastic tables in a hot minute.
Vegas does kind of believe, though, because last week they were 17-point dogs. I mean, they're a full touchdown less. So.
Uh-oh.
I got to stand for a minute, man.
Oh, wow.
This is not good. Oh, fuck. Am I in the camera? Sorry. I'm going to go off. Oh,
wow.
Damn. Guys, I told you I hadn't sat in 2 days. Oh, boy.
It's all mental.
Maybe that's your problem. You haven't been sitting down.
Yeah, my back would hurt if I didn't sit for
I've either been standing
days.
or lying on the floor.
You should lay on the floor for the rest of the show.
Should I?
I can't get my hair right. It's been outside my window every time I drive for the past.
So who
for
do you
2
got?
days,
10-point spread? What do you guys think?
I'm taking Green Bay.
I'm taking Green Bay.
Okay. I am going to take Green Bay as well.
Yeah.
All right. Now I have to go back into the frame. This is not good for the camera. Okay.
It's got to be feeling somewhat better, though, no?
What?
You're back?
Yeah, but it was feeling great today until the last fucking hour sitting down. Oh, now I know how Larry Bird feels, basically.
Wow.
Wait, do you mean when you smashed his face on the floor or his back?
Ruth is like, I have done now 200 or 400 podcasts of sitting comfortably on the couch. I know what it's like to be a guy who played 11 million NBA minutes in a league where they were allowed to punch each other in the face.
That's like
I finally know what it's like to be Larry Bird.
Right.
Yeah, we can relate.
When
like
basketball was
7 back
fun
surgeries.
to watch.
You know what I should do? Maybe if I put that
when you could decapitate a guy going up for a layup.
That electrode thing on my back while we do the podcast.
What electrode thing?
I'm gonna do that. You guys,
isn't this live?
Yeah, this is live, bro. This is I'm fighting, man. I told you this is my Jordan flu game. Okay,
how much time do we have left? Are we going till 2 today?
No, we got probably another 30 minutes. All right, Detroit at Dallas.
I better tell my girlfriend.
Dallas is a 3-point favorite.
Detroit, Dallas?
Yeah.
I'm taking Detroit to win the game.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
I agree, actually. I like that. I like that upset.
I said Dallas isn't that good. The only reason anybody thinks Dallas is good is because they beat the shit out of my Giants. That was user error. The Giants were like, we're not going to block anybody. It's easy to win games when the other team doesn't block anybody. Not getting outmanned, just not blocking dudes. I don't think Dallas is good. I think Detroit wins that game.
I don't think Dallas is good either. Detroit looked pretty good. Looks like everyone was saying Matt Patricia lost the locker room after 2 games. I'm like, bro, give it a hot minute. Give it a hot minute.
I'm not sure Patricia's going to be like a great coach, but yeah, the idea that it's no one's on board. Like how long you can't even get the locker room that fast, let alone lose it.
Oh no, for sure.
Right? Like they haven't decided if they like him. They can't decide not to like him yet.
I think Detroit wins as well. I think Dallas just can't score. Did you guys see the comparison of like the last so many games of Brock Osweiler versus Dak? Did you see that floating around this week?
No.
And I know
Brock Osweiler playing?
No, but the point was
Is he in the league?
I think he's on some team.
He's a backup in Miami. He's Ryan Tannehill's backup. The last, whatever it was, like 6 or 7 starts, their numbers are like identical. And I know that's kind of a bull. I hate those memes, but in a way, you're like, wow.
Yeah.
He's just not playing that well. Okay, Tampa Bay travels to your Bears.
Right.
Your Bears are 3-point favorite.
Yeah. I'm taking the Bears. 3-point favorite.
And do you feel good about that? Like, you think you guys win?
Yeah. I think it's going to be a close game, unfortunately, because I think Trubisky's got 2 interceptions coming their way. Just not sure how or when, but I think we got enough firepower on offense, and I think our defense is going to have to win the game again for us. Khalil Mack, dude, his hands are huge.
Ridiculous. Now, Fitzpatrick is have they announced it? He's starting, right?
He's starting.
Oh,
They're just not
They
saying.
don't even have to say that, right?
They're just not saying.
Why are you trying to put Jameis Winston back in there?
I agree.
He's good, dude, but he lost me after he did that weird pregame thing where he's like, get the W.
Eating the W.
Biting his hand. And you're like, I don't know about this, dude.
I agree.
He's weird.
I mean, I saw that coming on Hard Knocks the whole year leading up
Right?
to that.
I saw that
so
too.
Fucking weird.
He's so weird.
He's like trying to be like a leader, but he doesn't know how.
Totally. Yeah,
He's like doing an impression of a leader. You know what I mean?
Here's my impression of leader.
He's like,
Jameis Winston.
guys, we're gonna get in here.
Who wants to taste?
First they say, get
Who
in here.
Who wants to taste that dub?
Yeah.
I'd be like, fucking what
Yeah.
are you talking about? I think they lost that game.
I'm going with Tampa Bay to at least cover. I think it's close. I don't think it's funny because we talked about, I don't understand the love, the Tiger Woods. Like, everybody was back on Tigers. Everybody's so excited.
Either.
Everybody was like, he's back. This is so exciting.
Who cares?
I don't understand why. I don't understand the people that want Fitzpatrick to fail. Like, in the second quarter of that game when he threw the pick six, I saw 400 people tweet Fitz tragic. And it's like,
wow,
I don't care if you like him, you don't like, how is this not a fun story?
Well,
how is this not
I don't know. I would disagree. I don't think people want him to fail. I think people just want to write jokes. Like, who wants him to fail?
But it was like,
I don't want him
everybody
to fail.
was like, see? It's like, why would I didn't understand it.
Yeah.
Also, I was like, geez. I mean, yeah, he had one terrible pick six in that game where he just fucking floated it over the running back, and it was like a 5-yard pick six. The other 2 picks.
that was pretty bad, though.
Yeah, that one was awful. I was like, what? I don't know if the ball slipped or like what the fuck. He was literally like, you're 5 yards in the end zone. I'm going to throw you the ball, see if you can get in. He's
54, I got you.
Yeah. The other 2 were like a tip ball, and then one where Mike Evans just was like lost. He's just like down the middle of the field.
I feel bad for quarterbacks that get the interception on their record or whatever for tip pass or tip balls. That's not their fault.
Right.
Technically, most of the time it's not their fault. But
yeah,
I take the Bears -3.
All right, I'm going. Oh, man,
I'm taking Tampa.
I was gonna take Tampa, but I'm gonna go against you, Prano. Just for our bet. I will take.
You're also going against the Magic.
Well, you know my feelings on Ryan Fitzpatrick.
Listen, the Bears are going to be all over Fitz magic. I think the Bears have second best defense in the NFL.
I'm telling you.
Who's the first?
It's going to be Magic hands.
I still think Minnesota's got the best defense. I'm sorry, the Rams have the best
Rams.
defense when they're healthy.
Yeah,
for sure.
I think Khalil Mack's going to come in and Fitz his
face.
Fitz magic.
He's going to go like this.
Jazz hands.
Yeah.
Where's the football?
Which
it behind your ear?
Oh, the ball.
Was it behind your ear the whole time?
Yep.
All right, the last early game is my hometown, my former team. The Cincinnati Bengals travel to Atlanta, where the Falcons are 4.5-point favorite. This has Atlanta big win written all over it, in my opinion.
Coming back after letting the Saints back in, I agree with you. I'm taking the Falcons.
I'm gonna go with I'll go with that. I'll go with Falcons. Falcons are tough, dude. They got Julio.
It's in Atlanta,
Julio
right?
Jones.
Yeah, it's in Atlanta.
Yeah.
They're a totally different team.
I did watch yesterday while I was cooped up lying on my ground all day. I did catch up. I watched the Carson Palmer Football Life.
Yeah.
I think you should watch it, Prano.
Okay.
It's really interesting. It really delves into
religion.
No, just about his whole thing with leaving the Bengals and like stuff I'd never heard, and then just how apparently he's a very introverted guy and how he hated winning the Heisman. He hated that he was going to be the number 1 pick. Like, he didn't want attention and just all the shit he's
like Joey Harrington
bounced back. Well,
remember that guy?
Yeah.
What the hell happened to him?
Well, Palmer, and that's the thing.
He's doing real estate right now.
Palmer's 12th all time.
Yeah.
in passing yards.
Is he
Yeah.
really?
He's 12th all time.
Palmer, to me, Palmer is the original Kirk Cousins. He's like he's great
Just
when it doesn't matter.
enough.
But like the I think that there's some quarterbacks that like they're like when the competition's not that good, they thrive. They're like, oh, as long as I'm comfortable, like I'm gonna be great. And then the second, like people always go, well, playoffs. It's like the difference between the regular season and the playoffs isn't that now one is a tournament and it's like happening in colder weather. It's that your competition is significantly better. You're playing a team that was good enough to make the playoffs, and that's when he would always melt down.
Yeah.
Because it's like, yeah, why does Carson Palmer have 10 good games a year and 4 bad games a year? Because 10 teams suck.
Yeah.
You know, because he played in the AFC West and he played in the fucking NFC North. He's
But he did good in the AFC North. I'm saying like that was the thing, and that's kind of what it highlights. He had amazing games against, and those were the Ray Lewis Ravens defenses and the Steelers defenses. The problem was, you're right, the playoffs, he couldn't get it done. And but do
you remember the year I called the Carson Palmer meltdown and he had
Panthers.
The 5 turnover game?
Yeah.
It was bad.
Now it's called the Andy Dalton meltdown.
Yeah. So fuck the Bengals.
So how weird. He's got like red ass hair and he plays for the Bengals. It's just so weird.
Before we get to the later games, I want to say, Prano, are you rocking that flag and anthem gear right now?
No, I am. Flag and anthem jeans, flag and anthem shirt.
I like that shirt.
Some Odell Beckham socks, which I just got.
I like those.
Nice. I'm
like
rocking
those.
I'm rocking my flag and anthem shirt. I think Brady would like the flag and anthem gear.
Yes, please.
Yeah, let's get him some gear.
I got my dog Buckus. I have Buckus socks on right now, not by Flag and Anthem, but if you guys want to get on the Buckus train, let me know.
Well, Brady, if you go to flagandanthem.com and if you drop promo code DIRTY, you get 25% off.
God, look at
your
this.
first order.
Just steals. I'm on SeatGeek and I'm at
Flag and Anthem.
Flag and Anthem.
Yeah.
Fucking dude. This is a win-win.
Get new gear.
Get new gear.
Get discount tickets to a game.
Stay at a game.
Show up at the game
What's
your gear.
next? Hotel Tonight?
We don't have them yet, but hey, I'll look into that.
Hey, maybe they're listening.
So Dirtballs, go to flagandanthem.com right now. Drop promo code DIRTY to get 25% off your first order. Once again, anybody who uses a Flag and Anthem promo code SeatGeek, any of our sponsors, if you send me a screenshot using the sponsors, I will ship you out some Dirty Sports koozies. Those are going fast. People love the koozies.
They do love them.
So go to flagandanthem.com, promo code DIRTY for 25% off.
Should have put the koozies on the coffee.
Oh yeah.
I'll send you a couple. You go home with a couple koozies.
All right, I'll take them.
I got a big box.
Always
over
use
there.
a couple more
Maybe we'll
koozies.
throw some Brady Matthews stickers in with the koozies that go out this week.
I could do that.
Perfect.
I got a fucking shit ton at the house. So,
well, the later games will start here with Seattle. Seattle travels to Arizona. We just talked about Carson Palmer and the Cardinals. The Cardinals are a 3-point underdog at home. This will be Josh Rosen's first NFL start.
how many picks does he throw? Over, under 2?
Yeah. I think 2's the number.
I think 2 is a good number.
2 and a
100%.
fumble.
2 and a fumble for sure.
I'm going to go with the Seahawks to win and cover.
I am too.
Yeah, 100%.
I don't think
believe
Arizona is very good, but I do think the game will be 7-4. Like I think it'll be
For sure.
I think there'll be 5
softball.
safeties. It'll be an 8-4 baseball game.
Just
you know
a
what I mean?
softball score. Totally.
That happens to the Seahawks all the time. Like I feel like every time I turn into a Seahawks game, they have 5. I'm like, what the fuck? I know.
I hate Pete Carroll. He's such a cheater. He's like second on my chart of cheaters behind Belichick.
I love Carroll, too. I love all the coaches you hate.
The only reason why I don't like him is because like he left USC and like just left everyone high and dry.
But they all do it. Chip Kelly did the same
Totally.
thing.
Look at Nick Saban. Like, come on, player. That guy is like, talk about Dr. Evil. I mean, the guy has a
Ruther
door.
loves Saban too.
I love Saban, too.
Totally. Dude, you might be just like these guys.
I love winners,
No wonder why
man.
your back hurts.
Yeah, exactly.
These guys are all winners. Whatever it takes.
No, they're cheating. It takes cheating, dude.
They all cheat. Everybody cheats.
Well, listen, if you have a door,
Everybody cheats.
If you have a door in your fucking in your office and you close it with a button on your desk,
Yeah.
you're fucking nuts, dude. You're nuts.
Wait, who does that?
Saban.
You're the villain.
Wait, he
from
does what?
Inspector Gadget.
He says, "Come on in," and then there's a button on his desk that shuts the door behind you.
Oh, it makes me love him
How
even
creepy
more.
is that?
Yeah.
That's so
what
creepy.
if you can't get out?
It's so creepy. That's why I like him even more.
He's like Matt Lauer of college football. No one else got that?
I get it. I
All right.
totally get it. But is he jerking off underneath the desk?
Maybe. Why wouldn't he be?
I don't think Saban
He's
has.
like, we got that DT from Ohio.
Yeah, that's what he jerks off to. I was like, nothing with girls. He jerks off to like recruits.
That's what I'm saying.
What do you, real quick, because I did put it on the rundown. Did you guys follow the whole thing going on with Clemson? Like, it's a big deal.
Oh, they let go of Kelly, and then Lawson's their backup, or Lawson's their starter now.
Lawrence,
whatever. Shit.
And the other kid
He looks
transferred.
like Thor.
Yeah, but it's a big deal because he went 16-2 as a starter.
He was awesome. But I guess this other kid behind him is even better.
But this other kid, who's a true freshman,
Believes in Jesus,
has-
top to bottom.
He's
Tebow too.
Is he?
Yes.
He's played way better. I mean, the numbers don't even compare this year. They both split time.
But how do you game plan against a guy you've never seen? It's
But people are.
It's a Deshaun Watson effect.
It's an interesting move because a lot of people are so mad that he's benching a guy who went 16-2 as a starter.
In college football, if you lose one game, it's over. So when do you bench a guy? After he loses?
Well, they haven't lost yet this year.
But that's my point. You can't say, hey, we lose a game, now we're going to bench him, and we'll come back, we'll make the play. No. In college football, if you lose a game, you're done. So you have to be out in front of this. Brian Kelly and Notre Dame just did the same thing. They haven't lost a game. They benched their quarterback.
And the new guy played great.
Yeah.
Oh, they did?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't see that.
Because it's not like the NFL. It's like, oh well, he's shit. Let's bench. Now we'll go to Rosen. Maybe he could save the season. Oh,
right.
we'll go to Mayfield.
We'll go back to Brave.
We'll come back. Maybe we get a wild card. We get in there. If you're Clemson, you lose one game. Basically, your national championship hopes are over, right?
Right.
Yeah. Well,
for the most part.
This is what I don't get. The guy. So Kelly Bryant, who's transferring, is mad. Dude, if you look at their numbers side by side, one has 9 touchdowns and 2 interceptions. One has 2 touchdowns and 1, like, you threw 2 touchdown passes. He's saying it's a slap in my face. We went 16-2 as a starter. The Jesus freak has just played better.
Oh, totally.
He should be their starter.
He is.
So I don't know why this guy's freaking out, and now he's transferring.
Because he was starting.
He was the guy.
And he isn't now, and so he'll go somewhere and start.
Yeah.
Sure, fucking, Texas Tech or wherever will have him.
Yeah. All right. Cleveland, your boy.
Yeah.
Baker Mayfield travels to the Raiders. The Raiders are 2.5-point favorites.
How?
The Raiders have not won. Vegas still isn't ready to jump on
Baker
Cleveland
Mayfield?
yet.
Well, you better fucking get on that fucking Baker Mayfield train.
You need to tell me.
Order your 12-pack of Baker Mayfield T-shirts.
Can you do a Jim Carrey impression? Or not Jim Carrey, Drew Carey? Who can?
Not at all.
I'm just thinking of somebody from Cleveland. Who else is from Cleveland?
LeBron James.
Yeah.
I think it's gonna be good. It's gonna be a good player. I don't know. Or Shaq. I think he's gonna have a good career. It's gonna be fun.
It's gonna be super.
It's gonna be really good. Next question. I'm gonna go with Cleveland.
Prano?
I'm taking the Raiders.
Cleveland, we don't think Cleveland can win 2 in a row.
I do.
I mean, I think they can win 2 in a row. And I've said it the whole year. I think they have plenty of talent. I just think Hugh Jackson's suspect. He goes back to a place where he was a terrible coach. He continues to be a terrible coach.
By the way, you want to see the Hugh Jackson family tree or the
I think
coaching
it's a
tree?
Hugh Jackson impression.
No.
Watching that Carson Palmer Football Life, I totally forgot. Hugh Jackson coached Palmer
On
at
the
SC, then follows him along to Cincinnati. Like, Hugh Jackson's
career was built on the back of Carson Palmer.
That's what I'm saying. It's this weird thing like you
Yeah.
don't see. And then, not just that, then did you just say Raiders?
Yeah.
Yeah, so like he literally had followed him all along, minus the Cardinals.
Yeah, I'm out on Hugh Jackson.
Yeah, no.
Yeah. I think the Raiders win.
He's a good offensive coordinator. I don't know about him.
He is.
I'm not even sure that's true.
True.
He's debatable.
I'm going to go with Cleveland. I'm going with Cleveland to win that game.
He's the best quarterback in the league.
Dude,
I'm going with Oakland.
Get your 12-pack of T-shirts. I don't even know what I'm saying.
Get your Baker's dozen.
Go ahead and get your headbands. Order them now.
Get your fake beards.
Get your Baker specials. It's a Baker's dozen right there.
All right, Prano, your game, which I assume is going to be the big Fox game of the week by the time, because it's 4:25 West Coast time. The Saints travel to your Giants.
Yeah.
Saints are 3.5-point favorites.
That's I mean, this game could go either way. The Giants could get fucking smoked. The Giants could win the game outright. 3.5 to me, they're saying that the Saints would be a 6.5-point favorite. Probably more than that if they were actually in the dome, but they're not in the dome. They don't like playing outside. I'm hoping it's windy. I'm hoping it's awful. I'm taking my Giants.
All right, I'm going to go with the New Orleans Saints.
I'm hoping for a Drew Brees
3.5
outside cold weather road game. So I'm sure it's not going to be cold. I'm sure it's not going to be windy. But, God, it'd be great if it was.
I'm going to go with Drew Brees.
Yeah.
Saints. When he did that spin move, he's 39 years old. I'm like,
I'm going with the true Prince of New Orleans. I'm going with Eli Manning.
Eli.
The true Prince of New Orleans.
Here's my impression of Eli, right? Here we go. I threw an interception.
His big
He
one.
loves doing this.
His big one is this too.
Yeah.
It's like his shoulder pad got in the way.
And then he goes like this. Oh, that's it.
All right. The Jimmy Garoppolo-less Niners travel to the Chargers. It's a 10-point game. I told a dirtball who hit me up at 10.5. I said, don't touch this. I've actually studied Phillip Rivers. He doesn't cover. He covers well as an underdog. He does not cover well as a favorite.
Yeah. Where is this game?
It's in L.A., but dude, what the fuck does that mean?
Right.
Well, yeah, where are they playing? At the fucking soccer field?
Yeah.
Great.
But I don't think this is a game where a lot of Niners fans are showing up, right? Are a lot of Niners fans showing up to see like
Once
Matt
Jimmy G went
Beathard
down?
or whatever the fuck his name is?
Once Garoppolo went down, I'd be
Yeah.
like, I would take my Niners jersey off, I would fold it, and I'd put it right in my drawer and just close up the season.
I was talking to Laz the other day. I was like, so he's like, fucking Warriors basketball, bro. It's all about Warriors. I walked into his house. He's watching NBA TV.
Yeah, he's already
Yeah,
got,
he's
gonna
already
get
on.
the pregame.
Yeah.
Or no, the what is it? Preseason.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's watching. He's like custom ordering a fucking.
That's why everyone's like, "You
DeMarcus
excited for the
Cousins
Bulls
jersey.
season?" I go, "Absolutely not.
Yeah.
Absolutely not. I could give a flying fuck." Wendell Carter Jr. Don't give a shit. Didn't think he was that great at Duke, and I don't think he'll be that great in the NBA. Watch, he wins Rookie of the Year.
I will take the Chargers, even though I think this game could reek of a backdoor cover by the 49ers. But yeah, you're right. I mean, I almost forgot. Beat Hard is their quarterback. Beathard?
Beathard,
you
yeah.
gotta call him Beat Hard.
That guy's terrible.
He's gonna get beat hard. I'm taking the Chargers.
Yeah, he's gonna get fucking smoked. Take the Chargers.
All right, your Sunday night game, the old Ravens-Steelers rivalry is back again.
Who gives a shit? Like, who gives a fucking flying?
What do you mean?
fuck?
Who gives a shit? That's
Except Ravens fans and Steelers fans.
No,
no,
this
that's
is-
not.
I am
that's
not
that's
kidding
a
you.
classic rivalry.
What?
It is. Like,
Yeah,
of the
Ray
last.
Lewis was dragging his Hall of Fame old ass out there.
No,
I've watched the shit out of
Hold
it.
on a second. In the last 20 years,
Don't care.
But this will be like an ugly game. Like I
I hope it's
totally.
raining.
Like,
I hope it's just raining
Yeah.
so hard.
it will be, and Ben
Just
Roethlisberger
make
will
it
have
a mess.
4 picks, and they'll be like, "Well, it's raining."
I want guys sliding everywhere. Those are the best. The worst is when you like watch games. It's super sunny out. It's like cold.
I only like watching the super sunny like West Coast. Like
Right.
if it's happening in California,
Right.
I want to see a Rams game where it's just sunny and nice. Everywhere else, I just want it to be shit.
Yeah, like when I watch Bears games, I want it to be snowing so hard.
yeah.
Those are so much fun to watch.
I was thinking about that last week when I was watching the Niners Kansas City game. It was like 75, not a cloud, 75 degrees, not a cloud in the sky in Kansas City. And I was just thinking, yeah, like this is Kansas City, Missouri. Like,
Right.
yeah,
I feel like I'm watching flag football.
yeah. What am I
Yeah.
doing here? I don't want to see.
I
This
need
shit.
to see some snow. I need to see rain. Let's change it up. Fucking over it.
So who do you guys got? Steelers are a 3-point favorite.
I'm taking the Ravens.
I take Steelers.
I'm gonna take the Steelers as well. I think the Steelers win. I think it's still the Steelers' division to lose. All right, and the last
Even
game,
though they're in last place. They're in last place.
Who? Steelers?
Steelers.
Are they?
they are.
Who's in first place?
Because
Or no, they're 1-1-1.
Okay.
They're tied with Cleveland.
Also, why are we doing these tie things? Like,
Right.
we're professionals.
I
at
like
this
it.
point. Why?
because
That's like watching soccer.
Why?
That's like watching soccer.
No,
and
no.
It's tied 1-1. You're
No.
like, what did I just watch?
because this is
Yeah.
my opinion. If you can't fucking beat a team with 10 minutes of extra time, you deserve to tie.
No, you stay out there until someone fucking wins that game. You kidding me? See, now I'm getting hungry. All right.
All right, we're almost through, Brady.
Okay.
Last game.
There's
Yeah.
a doubleheader?
No, Kansas City. What? Kansas
Oh.
City Chiefs travel.
Like, I don't know. What is happening?
What is happening with you, bro?
I'm having a meltdown.
The Chiefs travel to the Broncos.
I think my favorite moment of the whole thing is like really goes, I like it. Why?
You were so mad, Brady.
Well, I don't get it. I'm just like, if we're playing to win the game,
Yeah.
you play to win the fucking game.
I
And
agree.
yes, if you add on another motherfucking 10 minutes to that shit until someone wins that fucking game. I don't want to watch soccer. If I want to watch soccer, I'll watch soccer.
I agree, but
I
again,
do. You know what I like? I like the I like the hockey model where now they go down to less people.
Great.
Like give me like
7 on
10,
7.
10 minutes.
Just take some guys out.
2 guys come off the field.
Totally.
We're going 9 on 9.
You know what? Then just bring the kicker.
10 more. Then go to 5 minutes, and then 7 on 7.
Bring the kicker and the holder out and kick it from the 50.
Yeah. Just have a
kickoff.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Now I'm on board.
Because like what? It's just stale. It's like the whole like you can't hit the quarterback anymore. It's like hold on, if that's the case, then let's figure something out to where it's interesting still.
Yeah.
Because now it's just like you can grab him and that's it. What if he starts running away? I don't get it.
I think go to penalty kicks. Just have a kicker out there with the tee and like one defender. Great. When the whistle blows, he can start running toward the block.
You're at the 10-yard line and you just have to kick the ball and you might block it. Now we're talking, dude. Now I'm watching football extra hard.
I agree. Make it crazy.
Yes.
Okay. I'm on board, guys. All right. The Chiefs at the Broncos.
It's been fun, though. Brady's had some hot takes. Your hot takes were, I like Saban, Belichick, Pete Carroll, and ties.
And I'm complete opposite. Yeah. That's all right.
How can you not like winners, though? These guys are all winners.
I guess I'm just used to losers. You know what I mean? Just accept it.
I mean, come on, guys.
All
right. 4.5-point Chiefs favorite on the road in Denver. Patrick Mahomes facing that defense on the road. I got to take the Broncos to cover this spread. I know they've looked unstoppable.
Dude, with Case Keenum as your quarterback?
I know. It doesn't matter. To me, this is a lower scoring game.
He's been so bad.
He's been bad. He hasn't played well.
Bad. Really bad. I'm taking the
Chiefs.
It's
a division game. 4.5's big.
Chiefs all day. I say Mahomes keeps that train rolling, baby.
I think Chiefs, too. I think it'll be a close game, but I don't think it'll be that close because I think it'll be like a baby shootout. They'll be scoring just enough points, and then Keenum will have to go. And it'll be like they'll get one, and Keenum will finally – but then they won't be able to keep up. Yeah. And it'll be like a 27, 17.
I agree.
Have you heard Patrick Mahomes speak?
I have not. I heard it's not so good, right?
No. Patrick Mahomes is like.
Does he have a high voice?
Yeah, it's like.
He does?
It's like. It's almost like a fucking.
Because you have the lowest voice of anyone I've ever heard.
Yeah, he's kind of like Kermit the Frog.
It's almost Tim Curtin.
Actually, we had a good game and we played pretty good.
Can't
I can't figure it out. I don't know. I'm just throwing the ball everywhere. Laser arm. They call me.
Well, pretty good.
That's actually really good. And I'll say this: you talk about your Baker Mayfield hot take. Can a guy with a voice that high win a Super Bowl?
Baker Mayfield has a high voice?
No, I'm talking about
Patrick
Mahomes.
Yeah,
it's kind of like my dad's theory. My dad has a theory, even though I think kind of Brad Johnson has red hair. My dad sticks by.
Brad Johnson doesn't have red hair.
Okay, so he doesn't. So my dad always says a redhead quarterback will never win a Super Bowl. That's my old man.
Pat Mahomes, I think, has kind of red hair, doesn't he? Or is he dyed it? I saw a video. He has got like that.
He does have that
curly ass hair.
Yeah,
and it looks a little red.
Does it?
Because I think he's half white, right?
He's half white for sure.
Yeah.
He's actually
all of us stop on half white.
His dad's black,
right?
And his mom is Elmo.
Yeah, basically.
He explains the red hair and the voice.
And his sister's a Muppet.
Yeah.
She's like, love this game.
That's gotta be weird during sex, right?
I'm gonna come.
Or like telling a girl like
suck my dick.
Hey, you know what makes it easier? Being an NFL quarterback.
Yeah. And eat
my ass. It's like, oh, okay, you play for the Chiefs.
Having a great, you just had a great Sunday. This girl's knocking on your door.
Yeah.
You threw for 385 yards. Let me see that dick.
All right, so you guys take the Chiefs. I'm going to take the Broncos. That's your Week 4 NFL picks. Look, you got places to be.
Yep.
My back is about to fucking lock up again.
I have to go home and go home.
Where can people come see you soon, Brady?
I'm at the Comedy Store Saturday, 7:45, and then
you are a Comedy Store paid regular.
Yeah,
you're on the wall, bro.
Yeah, I made the wall. They put me up there twice a week. Early show with Brian Scalaro.
When did you officially become a paid regular?
2013. I was answering phones forever, and then
you were answering phones at the Comedy Store.
Yeah. That's the only way I could get spots. And I always wanted my name on that fucking wall. And
when it went up, was it all worth it?
Yeah, dude. I mean, it's just, there's nothing
yeah.
like it. Seeing your parents say like, oh, you're not a complete fucking retard. Nothing against retards. Do you see Tom Segura is in big trouble for using the R word?
It's so stupid.
It is so fucking dumb.
Dude, don't even get me started, man.
I know.
It's amazing though. Like I don't think my parents would be like, "What they painted your name on a wall? We can paint your name on a wall." Like,
right.
My parents would be like, "Nah, this isn't it."
Yeah, all my
Is
friends
this
back
it? No,
my
it's
friends
not.
back home were like, "Dude, they put your name on the wall," and I was like, "Yeah." They're like, "Why?"
Yeah.
And I was like, "You don't get it."
Where is it? Like
It's in the back.
Yeah, but like, you got to get a prominent spot. I feel like
Yeah.
I always see it when I'm there.
Yeah, it's right next to like Theo Vaughn's and like I don't know, Barry Rothbart, and it's next to people that barely show up there but get more
Right.
spots than I do, even though they're out of town. So yeah, you can see me at the Comedy Store a lot. I'm there at least twice a week, which is great, and they're good primetime spots, and I love that club.
BradyMatthews.com. Do you have a website?
No, I don't.
Where do people buy your art?
Website, BradyMatthewsArt.com. And I post my shows mostly on Instagram. It's like, do you have a website?
Yeah.
You do have a comedy website?
Yeah.
Do you have a comedy website?
Yeah.
Great. Maybe I'll get a comedy website.
But I don't have one for my art. So
Yeah, right.
It's
He is a Renaissance man. Brady is the 2018 Renaissance man.
Try
He's
it
an
all.
artist.
Baker Mayfield
He
fan?
tells jokes.
Mhm.
He's got amazing Baker Mayfield hot
Does
takes.
impressions.
The impressions, yeah, sure. Mm-hmm.
I think we need to make a push to get you on SNL.
I would love that. I think I'm too old now, though.
You think?
I think so. I think the last guy that got it was like, no, but look at Leslie Jones. She got it when she was, what, 45 or something?
Yeah.
Shit?
But
She's-
I mean,
yeah.
that's not the same.
That's another. That's a whole nother episode. Don't even get me started on that shit.
You could be a 7-year-old black woman and get on SNL right now.
Yeah.
You're like, I don't do impressions.
They're like, are you
"Great,
funny? They're like, no. You're like, perfect. Get
Yeah.
on there.
Great. We've
Good.
heard that anti-comedy is the new comedy.
Yeah.
So you're good.
You know what's funny is that a lot of comedians that went before me just told jokes. They didn't do impressions. None of it. I know Pete Davidson didn't do any impressions. Just went up there and did comedy. And then Jimmy Fallon told Lorne Michaels that that's the guy, and Lorne Michaels got him.
Really?
Yep.
Interesting.
Yeah, so you got to know Jimmy Fallon if you want to get on SNL.
I also thought real quick, I thought impressions were so. I know that Saturday Night Live takes people who do straight up stand up acts, but I thought impressions were the most important thing.
Not anymore. No, you have Alec Baldwin doing a terrible Trump impression. It's not even. It's awful. It's like I'm opening up Mad Magazine.
Yeah, I submitted years ago on tape, and they were like characters.
Sure.
I was like, I don't do fucking characters.
Yeah.
Like I remember I ended up doing like just an impression of my Italian cousin, just like Italian guy, and then 2 days later, fucking Bill Hader's doing like the Vini Vidici or whatever.
Oh, right.
Guy. And then I did Kevin Federline because I was like, no one knows what he sounds like, so I'll just dress like a dickhead and dance.
You have
and
a great K-Fed YouTube video.
That's it. That's from my SNL tape.
Did that get a lot of hits?
Yeah,
it has
Did
a
it
lot
really?
of hits.
Yeah.
It's actually really funny.
Yeah,
I got to look that up.
it's fucking so stupid. I was like, I don't know. Kevin Federline? Like,
Yeah,
I tried to just pick somebody that was like in pop culture, but no one would ever know what they sounded like.
Yeah.
Or you know what I mean? So
Yeah.
you could just do an impression.
Well, I put my SNL video on there if anyone wants to see it. Brady Matthews SNL. If you want to see the structure and how it goes down to not book SNL. So,
What about Twitter, Brady?
Twitter, Brady Matthews 32. Or, I'm sorry, Brady Matthews 13, and then Instagram, Brady Matthews 32.
What are the significance of 13 and 32?
13 is my favorite number. 32 is my football number. Whatever. I don't know.
And there's other Brady Matthews on there.
A
There's
billion.
31
So
of them
now
on
you, now you,
Twitter.
now you
those
can't,
guys.
now you can't change it.
Yeah.
You can't change it at all. Otherwise, you're gonna be like underscore fucking hyphen.
Brady Matthews.
Yeah.
Like I'm Ohio State
Right.
University.
By the way,
The Joe Brady.
yeah. And you know what you can't do on Twitter? I just noticed because we're at the Dirty Sports on Twitter, and I've just been sitting on at Dirty Sports, which I got from Emiliano. Shout out to Emiliano. That now has been suspended.
Because you can't. It's
can't squat.
inactive.
So I got an email from Twitter saying, because it's nice for us to have.
I wonder if Ruther did 9/11, which I started. I haven't been active on it. I hope they didn't get rid of it. I hope it's still there.
Whoops.
You asshole. All right, guys. So go check out
But you
all
can't
Brady
put
stuff.
a slash, so I had to spell out.
Yeah,
did
I
not.
got it.
The
I
word
got it.
9 and 11.
I
it's
got
long.
it. Yeah, asshole.
I got it.
Prano, what are you pushing?
Just JoePrano.com. I got
Where you at?
shows. I'm here in LA for a while. Then I'll be up in the Bay in November, and then
What club?
all around. There's the
Cubs?
Laugh. What's fucking the Oakland show?
Laugh City?
Laugh City in Oakland, and then I'm gonna do the Crow's Nest in Santa Cruz, and then I'm gonna do
Rooster T.
No, I wish I was doing Rooster Teeth. I like Rooster Teeth.
Yeah, it's not bad. It's where I first did stand up ever.
Yeah. I'm going to go up building the whole thing around Giants at 49ers Monday Night Football.
Great.
And then I'm doing if you're in Marin County, I'm doing like a theater there, Throckmorton Theater, the day after the game on a Tuesday.
That's a mouthful.
So, yeah. The
Jesus.
Throckmorton
Theater.
Yeah.
What should we call it? Throckmorton.
Yeah.
Huh?
Sounds like a character from Trading Places, like one of the old guys.
Yeah. Throckmorton, get in here.
Yeah.
All right, guys, dirtysports.com, at Fix Your Life for Joe on Twitter, at Joe Prano on Instagram, at Brady Matthews 13 for
Twitter, and Brady Matthews 32 on Instagram.
All right, and at Andy Ruther, and iTunes reviews. Once again, I saw a lot of you guys left them. You'll be getting your koozies as long as I can make it to the post office. They will be getting shipped today. So get those iTunes reviews and leave your Twitter handle. That's the show. Thank you, Dirtballs, and
Thank you.
And most
This has
Brady,
been fun.
thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Most importantly, don't forget, condoms are for pussies.
Totally.